Alrighty, hello everyone! We're back with our weekly dose of nebulous nonsense here. I'm currently messing around with a fleet editor, coming up with an ice cream themed fleet. I've got the scoop, the Ben, the Jerry, and now the spoon. Trying to fill out my last couple points here. I'll just throw some chaff onto this thing and it'll work out itself. We're going to do some casted games, I think, and maybe play a few, depending on what the lobbies look like. We're just going to call this, let's call this Ben and Jerry's. There we go. Well, ice cream fleet for our messing abouts later. Now let's head back to the old Nebulous main menu and that. Gotta go check and see what is up right now. So we see there's an Operation Burning Lance modded lobby up. I have been meaning to play more of that mod, but I'm going to plan to do a bit more of that on maybe a stream with some other friends who are bigger into the mod than I am. I've only just lightly touched the surface of it. Anyways, let's see. Was that lobby filling up? Yep. Okay, so area official number 4 is where we'll start off tonight. So I'm going to just hop on in here and that. We can play either ANS or OSP. I kind of want to show off a new OSP fleet I've been working on, so we're going to go ahead and grab that right now. Let's see, where did it go? The Acello and Sons. So, pretty simple concept fleet. Apparently I'm short a couple crew members. Only 3, so that's not a big deal. It just means damage control team's a little lighter than others. So the idea of this fleet is pretty simple. We've got the Minty Goon, our lovely Acello command ship here. Just your kind of standard Acello, if these ever come standard. Get our target feet in the way. Big old 450 guns, providing that heavy firepower the Acello hull is known for. You can see on the sides here, we've got a mixture of point defense types. We've got our kinetic defenders here, providing those very good anti-torpedo defenses. And we've got the Aurora laser turrets here. These are very good against the hybrid missile threat that the ANS likes to bring. Back of the ship, we got our Bullseye fire control radar, which conveniently can fire through the ship. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but it's able to project through the big tower up here and still get radar return signals. So, hey, power to that. Then lastly, we've got a floodlight illuminator here. We don't have any of the semi-active homing missiles, but these are very good when you're trying to shoot a extra bit of radar towards a thing that's jamming you. This can make it so you're able to pick up little things like frigates and sprinter corvettes and stuff that normally you wouldn't be able to see because they're jamming you so hard. So yeah, that's our little command ship here. Pretty standard payload. It's a little short on the defender ammo, but I haven't gotten torpedoed recently, so I might bump that up. It's also a limitation on points and stuff. Yeah, boats. Hey, Shell, getting good to see you. Joining us, we have 2 of these little escort feeders here, which I probably could tweak a little bit more, but I'm pretty happy with right now. So it's about what you'd expect from a little escort ship. So because we have such strong point defense on our command craft, I've just completely forgone it on the escorts here. These are packing the big C90 600mm cannon with a mixture of HESH and bombshells. So these are very handy for poking away at small little ships using the bombshell, which, like the name implies, it is a big old bomb that just detonates in space and blankets everything with shrapnel. And the HESH shell is literally just 600mm of high explosive putty that splaps onto the enemy ship and then goes kablooey. So very happy with how those work. These are exceptionally good at just bolstering the already formidable firepower we have with our command ship. And their main delivery is double volley of drumstick torpedoes, which I'm going to show off here. So these aren't the most complicated torps in the world. I just painted them like bumblebees because I thought they were kind of funny. 22-point cost. So as you see here, we got a command receiver just so you can get your big old classic torp style. These are hard to soft kill unless you bring a very specific module, which is the interrupt golf ball jammer. I think technically the hang-up could do it too, but I've never seen a hang-up jammer actually do that. So anyways, you got a couple decoys here to confuse some of the incoming point defense, and you're firing like 16 of these at once, so it's a very nasty surprise for anyone on the receiving end. Direct guidance, weaving terminal maneuvers, hot launch, so just your kind of standard torp, essentially. We got a 10-4 ratio for the engine to high explosive mix, high explosive impact. I was thinking maybe I could... Oh, wait, hang on, actually. No, they have disabled the, the HEC-P, so... Can't do any HEC-P torp silly shenanigans on the OSP side, but anyways, down here, pretty simple thruster triangle. I just gave them a bit of speed, bit of burn time, and that. I could probably give these a bigger engine and toy around with the seeker head type and maybe run it another point or 2, but I'm pretty happy with how it goes right now. These things are just shy of 7 kilometers in terms of their burn distance, so generally you can play around like a 6.5 kilometer range, with the OSP is known to be so lethal in because of their fire control radars. You see the Tame Vine and the 3 Omens are just duplicates of each other. Pretty standard stuff. Going with the civilian reactor in these because they don't actually need all that much power. And with the changes to the boosted reactor, that 25% catastrophic event, I have seen a lot more reactors cook off recently, and it's made me a little paranoid. So just going with the low power consumption right now. See them talking about stuff. Well, that's not a very nice thing to say. Hope he gets vote kicked. All right, anyways, let's see. So we just had our crew here. We're going to head back to our lobby and that. Just going to quickly hop out of the lobby and then hop back in and see if there's other games around. Nope. Observers, why are you taking a moment? That's interesting. Hello? Refreshing match list. Alright, that's very unusual. Oh. Huh. Fetching rank. Seems that we have a bit of a server issue here. Okay. Oh, there we go again. Huh. Strange. I wonder why it's doing that. Because normally it should show me with, like, rank up there, but let's just see. Yep, okay. Area official, Pixis. That seemed to be the lobby we were in, so let's just hop on back here. We were going to go OSP again, so let's do that. Yeah. There we go. Acello and Sons. So, got Torp liners here. I don't know what that means. I think that's another language that I don't speak, so Uranium Squadron from Hobbit Max. We'll see what these fleets are. Yeah. I have what could be the most cursed set of line ships. I say, nice. It's boating time. Just zip my hoodie here. A little too toasty now. Well, powered. Well, having ship powered is a good thing to be. So, we're just waiting for the game to get going, and then we'll be doing some Nebulousing. I'm curious. He's got that is well, that's PD. Well, if I ever saw one. Sometimes you get these interesting things. Ooh, a rear admiral. Very nice. All right. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of mines this game, I guess. So that's interesting. Yeah, 15 grazers on this thing. That's a lot of point defense. See some more classic sort of torpedo delivery platforms here, but yeah, these look pretty good. Lighthouse illuminators, bellbird jammers, just kind of a generalist tool package here. Got some little turrets to shoot down anything that's small and light getting around you. Yeah, pretty standard for torp liners, which, I mean, torp liners aren't exactly standard, but yeah, it gives you a good package to do stuff with. Looks like I might be playing as the kind of more serious player here, but we'll just see how it goes. I do enjoy playing in blue lobbies because you see a lot of silly things. Playing with some of the really good players in the game can be a little bit boring because you tend to see a bunch of the same sort of sweaty fleets, but when you play with blue lobbies, it's just complete random, anything goes. You get some very funny games going on, so we're going to keep that idea going. Yeah. All right. Make sure. Oop, OBS did a weird hiccup there for a second, but we seem to be okay. I'm going to tell them to ready up. Just your standard kind of pillars, 4 versus 4 scenario control mode. Yep. 3K on both sides. Uranium Squadron short 4 points, but I don't think 4 points is going to make or break anything here, so just waiting for a Hobbit to click that old ready button. Don't know if 15 will be good against PD, against missiles. Well, it'll be something. So, I mean, this is one of those like moments where it's like, I'm going to stress test this thing. I'm going to cram it full of reactors and plant control centers, and I'm just going to have it all be point defense and just see what kind of missile strikes they hit. Like, this is somebody who got hit by like one volley of super good like hybrid missiles. It's just decided never again. They didn't want to bring in a Acello because they thought that's a little too boring with the Auroras. They just got all the grazers they could possibly fit on it. I kind of want to see how good it is, because, like, if they can, what's the term, like, feather their terms, layering, rolling them. But yeah, it's just like, because the grazer now, instead of being a continuous beam, it just fires like a single pulse, which does a whole bunch of damage against missiles. I think it's like 70 or 80 damage, so that'll one-shot pretty much any missile that's not a torpedo or container. And if it is a torpedo, then you just fire a second grazer and that should pop it, so very much looking forward to seeing how that thing performs. I suspect it's just going to get shot by guns or rails or something like that, but at the same time, it could be very funny watching an entire missile strike just get ate by that thing. Plus, the other ship is a whole bunch of mines, so we'll see. I am favoring kind of a close quarters brawl, so it is very tempting to go underside here. I think I might do that, actually. So we see the uranium here, which is the big mine layer gone for E point. If I go down here, then I should be able to rotate kind of like close and along there, and then we'll see. Okay. E point mines. we'll just ask them to do that because that way it denies the enemy being able to push over that way. And if I deploy on the underside, I might not be capping any points here, but I will be able to do a nasty push kind of like along the underside or cross over and get to where the enemy is not expecting me. We are a close quarters brawling fleet. My 450 guns do not have a gun plotting center, so their spread is going to be pretty bad. But the nice thing is when you get close enough, you don't have to worry about spread. You just have to keep the guns pumping out shells. And with 5 ammo elevators, it should be pretty good. The collection of ships here. I'm not sure what that fleet is. I want to bet that's going to be like 5 cargo feeders, but again, didn't see them in the pregame lobby, so can't tell. I think this is the torpedo bulkers. And probably... I don't actually know what that one would be. Oh well, we're going to find out what everything is as the game goes on, so there. So come along with me, chat, into a world of pure imagination and other uncopyrighted terms. Alright. So, enemy team is readied up. Let's see what the Alliance brings to bear on us. You can see our 3 ships burning in here, the Acello command ship and the centerpiece with the feeders escorting it. Should be able to get a sense of what's deploying on the C point up here, I hope. Yeah, we can just see like a little Corvette or frigate. Ooh, that's 3 lines, actually. Okay, that's either going to be CLs or frigates. Or 3 CL on C. Don't know which. I'm not exactly sure, but given just the formation and stuff, you can kind of assume certain things. Like when you see a line of ships deploy like that, it's pretty safe to assume that it's either going to be like a trio of Corvettes and somebody's brought a whole bunch of them to move around the map, or it's a trio of CLs, which means they want to kind of keep them tight together to share point defense and also deliver a nasty amount of 250mm guns. That, or it could very well be a beamstones, like you see with Task Force Ash, but usually you don't see beamstones deployed up that high, so we'll see how it goes from there. Either way, we're just going to start the game by pushing underways here. The idea being that we'll kind of get around the flank here quickly and then be able to move upwards in the battle space. Oh, yep, we can see over here a nice array of cargo feeders. Yeah, with the big old 600 mils. One of the ships of all time, you got there, Hobbit. Yep, indeed. So, yeah, it looks like a bunch of 600mm cannons with a, what's that, a Bloodhound tug? Yeah, a little tug hound in that. A little bit of point defense scattered across this, so these are pretty good against lighter ships because, of course, the Bombshell is the Bombshell. It is like the biggest RPF round in the game, so you'll very much do well against swarms of frigates and corvettes and such. Just adjust our formation slightly here so we can hug the rock a little closer. I am ever so slightly concerned that there might be a beam push on the underside, but we'll have to just take that risk. See ourselves just kind of trying to line up with the rocks here. Maybe I will keep you a little bit lower. There we go. Just about right there. Perfect. So we're going on to the underside. We've got our big old traffic gem here, actually, of bulk freighters and whatnot. This one's the mighty point defense zapper, so yeah. Just see. Yep, little shuttle here doing our first capping job. You can see it's got a jammer on top and a little T-20 on the bottom, so nice little independent ship here, able to jam the enemy and keep its low radar signature hidden for a while. You can see the uranium already pooping out a whole bunch of mines onto the E-point here, so these will activate shortly. I think it's, what's it called? 90 seconds? Yeah, 90 seconds until the Mattock cooperatives activate. So you do want to do a mixed volley of mines. You want some of them to be regular mines, some of them to be cooperative, some of them to be sprint. That way you can effectively take out the enemy ships instead of just having like one type which they can ward against. Same idea for doing missile strikes. You want to have a mixed volley. So you can see the enemy has capped the D and C points, and we're just going to be doing our quiet little slow push on the underside here. Adjust our heading ever so slightly.
Course laid in.
So, we haven't seen anything on the underside yet, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing here. We just flip our radar over. We can kind of see the underside of the map. I like to push the underside with CLs and destroyers and stuff, and I find that generally works pretty well, especially if you try and do for a push towards the E point. It's right there, so you can very much threaten from this low angle, along with your allies pushing from the D side, and you can do a good amount of work there. I have had some nasty pushes from A&S side come from, like, bottom, I don't know if you call this, like, bottom right on our perspective, and then they run up to the B point, so, yeah.
Awaiting your orders, Commander.
I'm going to adjust my heading ever so slightly so we're pointed a little bit more upwards, assuming that there's going to be something above us here. We haven't seen anyone going for the A point yet, but we are sending our little shuttle over to get that, or at least our teammates are. Yeah. So, for the moment, even score, so we're just going to see who does the next move.
Yes, Commander.
We have a move going towards A point, and, well, judging by the number of mines here, unless there's a reactor detonation, probably the E point is not going to be contested this game. Gonna ask them to spread them a little bit more around E so that they're not all just in one huge clump. Gives you a bit better defense. So if you think about an RPF round, right, like they can fire just a big RPF shot into this blob and probably hit multiple of these at a time.
Command's
Yeah.
on the line.
Mine layer goes A. I don't know how many mines are left in this thing, but this could be a bit of a reckless play. We're gonna find out.
What are our orders,
If they mine the A point, that'll be interesting. Like I said, blue lobbies, very fun and refreshing to play. I like playing games where there's like new players who are trying
Right away,
experimental
Commander.
weird things instead of like the complete like absolute meta sweat. We must do this strategy because it's got a 0.002% higher chance of winning.
Command.
It just makes for more interesting gameplay. Like if I'm playing ranked, yeah, I want to play sweaty, but I'm not playing ranked.
We
I'm
hear
playing to
you,
have fun
Command.
and to entertain you all. I hope you're having fun so far, chat, because not much has really happened this game except for us shedding a whole bunch of mines. See the little array here. Got the early warning radar on the cargo feeders here. Up. Okay, so this is why you don't turn off communication, kids. So, mines require you to have your comms on so that they know if you're friend or foe. In this case, to try and hide the bulk freighter, they probably turned off the radar and comms, which meant that all the mines suddenly woke up and said, "Oh, hey, this is an enemy ship," and then just all flew into it. We've all been there, I think, at some point, chat. This is why mines, I've said this before, there's no such thing as a friendly mine. When you deploy mines, you are committing to saying somebody here is going to have a bad time. Here we see the RPF rounds coming in because they haven't identified the ship yet.
Yes,
They're just
Commander.
trying to shoot at it, assuming that that would be a shuttle, which is a generally safe assumption. Oop.
What are our
I'm going to just
orders,
signal a warning up here. Yeah. Come here. There's my... There we are. We'll take a look at what this is. That
Commander?
is...
We hear you, Command.
3742 plus friends are 3 CLs. You can tell by the 250 guns and where the mounts are on these things. So that's a nice little trio of CLs going at our fleet here. So they'll rotate and do a little bit of mid-range skirmish in there. We are going to make our way over here.
We're underway.
I do kind of want to get in the backfield here. Okay, what do we got? That was missiles fired from something. Probably just like a little scouting size 2, if I had to guess. Taking a look here. Don't know exactly what this is. Could be anything at this time.
Quiet.
So we'll have to wait till we get more intel. I am looking to just kind of get over here and then drive straight towards the C point, I think. So I'm going to order my ships to adjust their formation to do so. There we are. Kind of spreading evenly like this.
We are en route, Commander.
All right, and we'll just adjust our heading to face straight upwards. So
Let's go.
we can see this CL trio has kind of fallen back here after a couple shots were exchanged. Them just playing defensively. Yep. Okay, size 3 hybrid going in, getting grazed by one of these defensive turrets. Yep, right there. So nice to see point defense does its job. Little size 2 missiles just fired off here. Yep.
We hear you,
Mine ship
Command.
is gone. Yeah,
We have secured Zone Atlas.
that's mines for you. So
We hear you.
a little bit unfriendly fire and all that. You can see our ship's just kind of moving around here. So we're just going to order them to quickly... we're just going to order them to like kind of stop here, adjust their formation, and then once everyone is positioned correctly, we'll be able to move out. Just going to set you to flank to get you going a little bit quicker over there. Since we only are taking like a little bit of chip damage, it's not a big deal. We've got a reinforced DC locker, so only 2 DC teams, but this thing is only really needing to keep the gun active. If I lose a missile launcher, then I've probably already gotten my shots off and gotten my value. So we've gotten the A point, which means initiative now falls to the A and S side. So we're going to just wait and see what they do.
Turning up the engines now.
How can you turn off a radar on a ship that has no radar? Game, you're giving me the option. You know, that's an interesting question. I don't know exactly why it does that. Usually, if you don't have a radar mounted, you won't be able to use your radar, but see. So we can see enemy ships kind of scattered about. Let's see. We saw this thing fire off before, I thought. Well, it fired a size 3 hybrid at the very least, so that gives us some info. Not seeing it shoot anything else. The pair of ships kind of cruising around here, but
Awaiting your orders, Commander.
I mean, hey, that's free radar hiding, so we
Course
take
laid
those.
in.
Now, they have not managed to see me yet, which is a little concerning. They capped C with something. I think that they capped C with their CLs, and then they just kind of flew around the outside there. But there could also be 2 fleets of triple CL. We'll have to just wait and see. And we'll have to just wait in C
You heard
point.
the
Yeah.
orders.
You see, we're just kind of cruising around here, trying to get a good angle. Then we're just going to fly upwards and probably blast whatever this
Quiet.
thing is.
Command's on the line.
What's the maximum effective range of our casemates? Okay, so
Missile on the
about
scope.
10,000. That's cool. That gives us a pretty good idea of where we're going to have to be. You can see, again, little size 3 hybrid missile flying off there. I think that's going to go after you. Maybe? Nope. I don't know where that missile went. Okay. Well, either way, we've gotten the A point, little sacrificial Cap Corvette and all that. So I'm still just going to stay hiding here. They don't know exactly where I am or what I am, so that gives me the advantage. We have the advantage right now as we are leading on caps, but that can turn around in any time. Here we see the CLs coming for round 2. I don't think that our cargo feeders are aligned. No, they're playing bumper cars with each other, so... Yep. Just gotta tell this guy to get down low. See me dive into cover. Fix your headings. Those CLs are mean. Just trying to not backseat exactly, but just provide a little bit of help, because I know that some of the lobby I'm in, blue players are a little bit newer, but hey. I was blue once too, and I would like to see everyone get better at the game. And as you can see here, a bunch of nasty shots coming in here. So hopefully they will not just sit here and tank it. How much more point defense will we need? Well, we're going to see the torp ships coming around the outside here. I wouldn't be surprised if these CLs decide they just want to play the brawl game and go up and jump on this fleet, but for the moment, we're just going to be hanging out, chilling. All right. Oh, that's a Axford then. Okay, 7999 Axford. Gonna call that one out for the future. We should be able to get a good flank shot on it, so I'm gonna just mark that. The Z Bitcoin, apparently. I do say Z, as I am Canadian. Yeah. On radar balls. Oh, no. All right, well, I think that is our cue then, chat. Since the team needs us, we're going to advance forth and see what we can do.
Right away, Commander. I don't think we can hit that one, Commander.
Just going to order them to lock on here. That's another Axford here, another Z Ethereum. Let's see, which one is closest? That one is. So that said, we do have a pretty bad lock on that. I'm going to order my weapons to just tight, because I don't want them just firing willy-nilly. I'm going to order also the headings to change a little bit below as we kind of get into formation here and go. Yeah. Right. This one should be in range. We'll get to that shortly. I think that's... Are they firing yet? Okay, they're just firing on the dead Volker, which is fine. So, oop, there is... Ah! There's something. All right. We're going to burn through here and lock onto that. There we go. Also going to use our green blanket device to do this. And we're going to then fire Hesh shells at whatever this thing is. Get him. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's about to have a bad time.
Yes, Commander.
Oop. Firing in return. Okay. I just mark this as priority so I know what I'm always shooting at. There we are. Yeah. See, we've got a good old lock on this thing, so... delivering good shells into the broadside of whatever this thing is. I think that it might be Torpin time. Seeing a lot of gunfire coming off it. Yep, you know what, chat? It's Torpin time. 3, 2, 1, fire! You're about to witness the power of torpedoes. Let's see what this thing is. So, this might just be a light cruiser or something. Either way, Torp's out time on target is good. Seeing them pop and chaff, that won't help, as we have, unfortunately, got command guidance seekers here. So as long as we're holding this lock, we are good to go. Oop. One of our turrets is masked, unfortunately. Oh, we see some hybrid missiles coming in there. Got to turn Battle Short on to ward against any more of those. Let's see, what do we got here? Oop, whole bunch of kinetics trying to fire. This poor CL is about to have a very, very bad day. Come on, hits. One hit. Oop. Bam, 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 bam. Yes, excellent. Sapphire. All right. I'm going to turn off the green blanket as I don't think we need it anymore, and I'm a little worried about getting shot in the boot. Anyways, we're going to continue moving our way upwards. Yep, we can see more of them over here. So, let's see. We are unfortunately getting some of the Auroras taking damage, but that's okay with me. Since that thing... Oop, what did we actually get hit on? Ah, the reactor. Well, luckily we have plenty of time to fix that, so we'll do that. That thing is not going to belong to the world, so we're going to instead go on whatever that thing is here and fire for effect.
There's our target.
I don't know what you are, but you're about to regret it. This reactor shouldn't cook off. We have a damage control central giving us some team boosts and stuff. Work speed is a little bit lower, but we have a whole minute. If we need to scram, absolutely we can, but yeah, seeing some more of them coming in here now. Our point defense lasers, getting rid of these things. All right, missile launchers ready? Okay, well, I could torp you. I'm not going to have the line, though, so we're just going to have to accept that we'll get a couple hits here. See a whole bunch of the decoys firing off as our grazers desperately try and defend here. Oop, ow, crap. So, a couple hits across the ship, but luckily stuff is still staying online, so we'll just need the teams to rapidly fix the Auroras since they've kind of cooked themselves doing this.
What are our orders?
Firing on what we got. So, the Vauxhall that we had previously seen is now heavily damaged. I think that our best move here is to just actually push for the A point. See a whole bunch of missiles coming in now, rather annoyingly. Ow, 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 ow. Reactor should be able to be fixed in time, I think. 30 seconds, so we are running the clock pretty close, but that should be a good repair there. Gotta try and get everything back up and operational. Yeah.
Make it quick.
We're just gonna change our course here, so we'll go down.
Make it quick.
Order you to kind of go around here like so. As for you, I need you to stay in formation once you get that drive fixed, because you are unfortunately drived.
Send it.
Still, whatever missile ship was over there, we'll be able to engage on. I think they spent most of their volleys on us. We're seeing the Axford pair up top trying to fight against our cargo feeder swarm here, but
Talk to us.
we could also get some flank shots into that, now that I think about it. I think I want to just control the cap game here, because they'll be pinched between the mines that they're trying to push towards. Yeah. Snow is on the meteors. Yo, I just saw that, Reese. Sorry, a lot of stuff was happening here. But yeah, snow is on the meteors. Pillars has been glazed. They want me to cap? Sure, I can cap.
Moving now, command.
I'll just split off my fleet here. So, this thing still has some torps left in it with a big ol' full volley salvo. I could restore some things here. I'll just cancel this fire with a second. I got the ability to restore different modules once, but I don't really want to restore my missile launchers since they're only going to be good for like 1 or 2 more salvos. But
what are our orders?
what are you? So this is the Vauxhall that I heavily clobbered earlier. It should not have much left in it.
Orders, command.
Gonna stay active here. I don't know what missile ship was down here, but I have to be aware of it. Either way, I'm going to just align against those Axfords and see if I can't get some shots into them.
Yes, command. Target confirmed.
Order the rest of the fleet to do the
Target
same.
sighted.
I don't know how effective Hesh rounds are going to be against something like that, but we will find out.
Orders, command.
See the Tame Vine now splitting off, trying to do its thing. Gonna also order it to fire the
Firing on
casemate
target.
HE. There we go. Yeah.
Orders, command.
See us now cruising our way down to the point here. Just gonna barely get on the edge of it.
Moving on your waypoint. Ready.
Number 3 is... Alright. Little thing on fire, so we'll just cancel repairs, because we don't actually need the DC locker here. It doesn't have any restores in it, so it just provides us the crew.
Standing by.
Ethereum here taking a bit of HE to the side. Good hits on target. See if we can't get you to fire as well. I still have another volley of torps left in this thing, so
Yes, command.
I just rely on that. What are you? Okay.
What are our orders?
Since you were a missile ship, I'm going to assume that you don't have the best PD. Oop, we've been flanked. Oh no. Flank attack. We didn't expect this. Alright.
What are our orders?
You have torpedoes. That's bad. They're coming out of the rocks. Fire everything!
Heading to target.
Uh-oh. This is going to be interesting.
Orders
Alright, so we
confirmed.
need to
We're
very
getting
much
low
not
on
be
this.
here
Let's
now.
move. Quickly.
Burn flank.
Orders, command.
You. I need you to get in
Units
front,
position.
because we are about to get torpy warped. As for
by.
you, I need you to fire your torps as well.
Launching missiles. Not many missiles away.
Let's just fire what we got. Come on, send them. See all the torps launching out here. Hopefully we're going to get some good hits on target and stop them doing their own torp barrage on us. Come on, fire. I need you to send... Oop. Fleet here. I need you to fire the bombshells, please. Thank you.
Acquiring your target.
This is literally what these ships are designed for. Fire bombshell. Fire bombshell. Let's see. Oop, good hits on target. Oh, hey, Marco. You're just in time to watch a whole bunch of nasty Daka Daka go boom. Oh, that's got beams. Ah, that's not good. Okay, that is a... What the heck is that? Why is there a beam for it here? Ah! Bad moment. Bad moment.
A component
Yoo!
is gone. Confirmed.
I am getting hit on multiple sides here, so this is interesting. Okay. I did not expect that to be an Axford. I thought that was just a frigate. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, everything is hurting now a lot. You can see the Alliance loving their various missiles and stuff. Size 2 missiles coming after me here. Wham, 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 wham. Ow, 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 ow. Unfortunately, losing a little bit of our stuffs here, but you can see we have traded out a little bit of stuff. And we are drawing the enemy's attention away. So, at the very least, even though we are screwed, we are not completely screwed. I'm just going to order a reactor scram here, because I need these things to not blow up on me. Magazine cook-off as well is a issue. We need that thing to be fixed. Yeah, we're a little bit spicy right now, so just going to order them to fix that reactor and stuff. Get the CIC online once you can. That would be great.
Send it.
I think I ate all the missiles. Yeah, so luckily, Our ship is still technically intact. So we got a really good surprise flank there, but then they counter-rotated on us quite well. We're going to just hope that our reactor shutdown stops whatever these critical events are. I don't know if that's the magazine cooking off or if it's the reactors. Okay, it was just the reactors. So we are able to bring things back online. So we're going to hopefully bring this large DC locker up, and that'll have 2 restores. We can go for the reactors boosted. That said, though, that might be a little too weak because we are also getting shot at the moment. So we'll just have to wait and see if we can get some of this stuff back online. CIC and the reactor coming up slowly. Gonna have them prioritize putting out the fires there.
Ready.
Most of our fleet is unfortunately kind of clobbered right now, so we're just gonna have to go with whatever we got left. Let's see, I want that drive to be fixed, and the magazine too would be great.
Ready.
So you can see most of my stuff here is a little bit dead. I knew this was gonna be a silly game, but I did not realize that there was a little torp flank ship waiting for me. We delivered a pretty good torp volley in return, as they had, I don't think they had point defense on this one, but they did have point defense on the other ones, which I did fire a bunch of torps at, but unfortunately defenders and AMMs be good, so.
What do you want?
Alright. Still, I did not know about the Beamford, which is another thing that I was rapidly made aware of, so now I'm just getting pelted by the Axford. Hopefully, my team will be able to push up and do some things. Since I ate most of their volley, these torp liners should be able to get up here and engage on that Axford pretty well. Do I have a ship I can mark this as priority? Yes. So this thing, its drives are out, which means it is fortunately not able to beam us because it doesn't have the angle. Get on the 3 ohm in here. Let's see. Okay. What do I actually have that's operational? You are kind of operational.
Power levels
Just need
rising.
you to get here in a second. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Ow. I'm getting peppered by something. I can't even see what.
Standing by.
How about you, 3 Omen? You're working on stuff. Okay, you... Alright, we have chain restored here now because they've stopped shooting us for a second. Just get the CIC fixed. Also go on that drive. Trying to get whatever I can back operational. Do I have a belly turret? Yes, I can fix that as well. Using what damage control teams we have, we are still taking peppering fire from the little guns on the sprinters, but they can't actually break us. The Axfords, however, might, so we have to worry about them with their big 450 HE shots. Alright, we're back up. Are we? Oh, okay, the drive is almost online. Come on, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Okay, we're getting a little bit of repairs done.
Orders, command.
And order them to cancel their flank because no sense in burning ourselves.
Receive half thrust again.
All right, you're back in the fight. Excellent. I think that thing is hard dead, so we're just going to treat it like such. We're going to go onto the point here,
Get us into position.
and hopefully we'll be able to do something.
Some damage.
See, so that Axford taken a lot of shells. We're going to order them to fire the bomb. No, we're wanting the HE, the Hesh shell. That's what we're trying to say. Words. So let's get that cannon and the magazine fixed. We're fine with everything else kind of being a little on fire. We just need the essentials. Oh, that's a cook-off on the point. I guess that thing must have been on fire. Cool. All right, so our Arcello is still technically in the fight, although we are heavily crippled on everything. So we're just going to wait and see if we can't get ourselves back operational. Taking a look at our various ships here. Oop. So one of them has surrendered, which is good for us. So that means that they are down a player, although we are heavily crippled ourselves. Come on, get that magazine fixed. Magazine and the cannons, please. Thank you.
Ready to move.
Once this thing is operational, we should be able to get onto the sea point.
Standing by. Propulsion restored.
There we are. All right, so
Locked on.
you are approved to shoot down anything you can. I don't know if we have any turrets left, actually. Let's see. Floodlight illuminated. Yeah, the defenders unfortunately got taken out. They were our main anti-torp system, so gonna have to just go with what we got then. Fire the HE shells on this thing and get onto the point. Go, go, go.
We are en route, Commander.
Probably actually get the kill on this. No, this is actually a dead ship. You can see the space oil coming out of it now. So
Waiting orders, Commander.
let's go around and see what there is to see. Axfords and voxholes and whatnot. Oh my. We're going to see if there's anything with a good lock. That's something we can hit with our Hesh shells.
Can't do that, Command.
What do you mean you can't do that?
Orders, Commander.
Oh, right, the gun's still offline. All right, well, we'll fix that in a second. Those are far out of range, but we can still point our nose towards the, what is that, the Ethereum and Bitcoin? Yes. All right, so we're firing on the sprinters here. Probably doing a lot of overkill since, 450 HE against these things is, yeah, it's going to overpen, almost guaranteed. This one is hard dead, so we'll just mark it as such. We're just trying to shoot this one. Boom. As you can see, the Acello is a tough gal to kill, much like the Axford. I very much like them. This sprinter, I'm pretty sure, is dead, or at least it hasn't gotten up in a while, so we're just going to treat it as such. Yeah. Bit of a bloodbath happening on Billers today, so very nice to see. All right. You're going to keep firing Hesh at you, 'cause I think that you're still operational. Yeah, you are. All right.
Acknowledged.
Oh, there goes the cook-off. I think that was the Axford. So, let's see. We're going to cease fire on this one, since it should be space oiling. Yep, there we go. Cancel our lock as well. Let's take a look at what we need to lock onto. There's a Axford up top that needs our attention, so we'll rotate onto that. Cancel battle short on whatever system's here, because there's the off chance that any Aurora is still active. I don't want it to be completely cooked yet. Remarkably, we're still alive. Yeah, let's go. We're contesting the C point here. Gonna try and order this thing to fire bombshells at close range, which could be interesting to see. We have a point lead right now. We just need to maintain. So, Bitcoin going there. We have the A point already, so we're just going to move off of it, and you are going to do the same. Your gun is actually working, so go ahead and fire Hesh. Magazine is working. Gun is working. Just make sure we get all those essentials repaired. I definitely want to add more DC lockers to this thing, because the C90 cannon, if I can keep that thing firing, this is now a significant threat, even after I've used the whole torp volley. See some shots trying to sail by here. Ordering it to adjust its heading and get a good angle on them.
We're moving.
All right. We're holding the C point, or at least we're contesting them, keeping one of their ships occupied for the moment. We're just going to clear our heading and roll in order it to fire the bombshell. So, just drop our altitude a little bit as well. They're trying to maneuver around us, probably have an orbit command locked onto us and some jamming nonsense or something along those lines. All right, let's see. Can I bombshell you? I can Hesh you, maybe. Let's see. I'm going to order you locked and fired upon, because you seem like a good target. So, do it. Continue to tank the Axford's fire here. See if we can't stop this thing from driving towards the D point and holding. Still need to just play the little kind of ring around the rosy game here.
Course laid in.
Certainly one of the matches of all time, as I got clobbered by torps, but also clobbered someone with torps, so that was fun. The 450 HE doing work against the broadside of this voxel, even though we don't have visual on it. We can kind of tell just by the impacts. Hesh rounds firing as well, delivering their goodness. Not the fastest firing gun, as we are, of course, skipping ammo elevators and other fun toys, but we're going to go over and try and cap that point. This thing should get drived or disabled otherwise before it gets to the D point, and then I think I'll have an easy cap. Here we see the Tame Vine trying its best to keep the enemy in front of us. Yeah. Proving to be a little bit difficult. Do I have any torps left? Unfortunately not. How about you? Nope. Again, used up all of our torpedoes in our magazine, so I'll have to account for that. Taking the hits on the nose here. A bit annoying as we can't see the Axford, but we are pretty sure where it is. Gonna check. Yep. There we go. To do the handy little cheat factor here, we're going to use a marker, like so. It's going to mark where this thing is, like that. And then, when we select our ship that cannot see it, now it can because of the radar angling, just going to hold the heading there. Nice. Tactical reference markers are very good. You should use them. All right, now, if you would just kindly get yourself into a firing arc with me. Please and thank you. I'm pretty sure this has just been commanded to orbit around me, which is rather annoying, but we'll work on it. Your antenna is out? No, your antenna is out. Yes. So, unfortunately, we're not able to get a good lock on that target. But I think we could probably shoot you. So, let's see if we can't get a Hesh or... No, we'll use the bombshell fragments. I don't think that it will be a problem with our thickness of armor. So, go ahead and do that. I do get you in position to fire. Yeah. Come on. Let's put it right down the pipe. Get him. I'm not sure if a bombshell will work at this close range, but we're going to try it anyways. Gotta order you maneuver downwards. Let's try in here. All right, what were you shooting at a second ago? You were still locked onto that voxel, which is heavily getting peppered here. So you can see it's got a nasty size 3 missile pack on the back, so that can be hybrids or torpedoes. We're just poking it, trying to keep it from getting onto the D point so that one of our ships can get on and contest. Okay, the 3 Omen here is... it's pretty close. I think you can get a bombshell into it. Go for it. As for the Tame Vine, you're just trying to get onto that. I say trying, as it is being a little bit silly here. So hopefully this thing will have moved off the point, or it's trying to bumper cars me out. But either way, we are in a point lead right now. 766 to them, 752 to us, as we just kick again. So we see this Axford over here. Let's see if we can't get ourselves an angle that has ourselves towards it. Tanking that incoming fire. Very good. Voxel here is not quite dead yet, I don't think. See some hits going off it. Was that the bombshells? I think that was. Yeah, we were firing bombshells at it. Let's go to Hesh. Should be able to kill off the reactors. Hesh is special because it does 60 damage scatter rays, kind of like a missile volley for the high explosive impact. Speaking of missiles, let's take a look here. So, see defenders doing their jobs, defeating the incoming torps. Yep, just barely in time as some more missiles coming in now. Classic act wakes. All right, let's see. I think I can get an angle on you in a second, assuming that I'm not horribly crippled here. Aurora is not needed. Where is my parallax? Parallax is still online. There we go. Lock target. Open fire. This thing should be crippled and not going anywhere. Yeah.
Send your traffic.
All right, you. I think we got a hit on it. I'm not sure, though. We're just going to switch over to using Hesh, just on the off chance that we get it. Oh, they're catching the B point with something. Not sure what, though. So we're doing pretty well here. It should be in visual range, so I'm hoping that you'll just be able to fire on that and not miss, because as you can see, the track quality is incredibly poor here. All right. Target locked on the Ethereum. Get out of here with your crypto coin nonsense. Size 2 missiles on the backside of this thing, and 250s, yeah. So that's a nasty close-range brawling axe for it, ready to bring a whole bunch of 250 guns to bear. Luckily, we have 450, which is a bit bigger than the 250. So I don't know the exact volume difference, but when you consider it's like the diameter of a shell, yeah. 450 significantly larger, a lot more damage too, heavily impacting these ships here. Gonna try and move probably like over here. Actually, no, I want to move over and contest the B point. That's what I want to do. Just do that now. Still firing on this thing. You see it's got an Aurora defense turret, so that's probably to shoot down any decoys incoming. The Aurora is a good weapon system, but generally speaking, I find that a lot of flak and defenders just suits better against the OSP's missile salvos. You can see Kinetic PD doing pretty well against these things. See a Grazer or two firing off there against missiles as they come out. Let's see if this torp gets a good hit or not. And go on target. Yep, see Kinetic PD firing off there, trying to shred this thing before it gets in range. Pew, 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 bang. So, pair of Axfords, very strong. I love running a pair of Axfords myself. That said, we are just going to try and kneecap this pair. What is that logo? It's a binocular-looking someone. All right. Let's try and align like so. Keep the cannons. Unfortunately, the front cannon appears to be masked. Just kind of the nose of the Axford getting in the way. So, we'll adjust the snoot accordingly, delivering whatever shots we can. Luckily now we are in range of point C, so we should finally be able to cap this, I think. And just rotate around like so. Hesh rounds here, delivering goodness. Yep, so that is a dead voxel. You can tell by the smoke and steam and stuff coming out of it. Magic space oil and whatnot. We're just going to contest the D point against anyone who tries to back-cap it and keep ourselves protected. Ooh, that's a lot of voxel coming over here, so let's actually see if those mines work or not. So they have the counter to it, which is a lot of RPF in the 250 guns on these voxels, and also a whole bunch of defenders shooting down the incoming missiles. If you have sprint mines, though, scattered into this array, then it's very hard for the enemy to shoot them down, as generally the ANS does not bring anti-hybrid point defense, and the sprint mines are the hybrid missiles, quote-unquote, as they have a sprint stage. Kind of in the name, you know? All right. I can't, unfortunately, get a shot on them, but I should be able to just have you hold this point here, I think. Not sure if I can get a good angle on you. No, unfortunately, so we're still contesting the point, but we are in a heavy points lead here, so we'll try and get ourselves just over to the B point and contest that last time. Oh, we've already got a ship on it. Excellent. Although it looks like they've got themselves a, what is that, little Rains class frigate? Okay. We're going to dip our altitude then to try and get a spot on that and kill it. Doing heavy damage against the Axford broadside here. They've not fired back on us in a long time. This one gives me a little concern. I'm not sure why I can't see that. It's because we've got a dead radar panel. That's why. All right, well, to counter that, we're just going to flip the ship over. And then also fire on this one. I don't think this thing is hard dead. Oh, now it is. Space oil coming out of that. Order that one is killed. Change our lock over in a second once we roll. Come on, roll. We should see this ship any second now as the radar panel comes in range. There we go. Lock target, fire for effect. You can see we've used almost all of our HE ammo up. A lot of damage being dealt this game. We had like 400 rounds to start with, and a lot of that being expended into the enemy. Plenty of good targets.
You heard the orders.
All right, we're going to cancel our roll order because we are now in perfect range to shoot at them, and we don't want to do too much silliness and mask ourselves. Going to keep ourselves pointed towards them more or less so that they don't have a great shot. We'll run out of HE ammo in a second, but the game should be over momentarily as well. Let's go ahead and fire Hesh on you, since we're not going to get the B point. We do have the B point, though. All right, you're going to fire Hesh as well, since you're in range, so go ahead, get him. I do wish that the antenna on our Axford was working. Unfortunately, we do not have the repairs to make the CR-10 or the CR-75 work again. So we're just going to have to tank these rounds on the nose here as we fire in return. Luckily, they are bow tanking us, which means AP is going to be great and effective. We'll just stem to stern this thing with big old penetrating shots. Fire! I'm moving up here. So I believe that Reigns is knocked out. Yep, looks like it. So we'll just order that one. Oops, is killed. I have to select a ship that I can actually communicate with. Yeah, this Reigns here, Intel 0, conditions bad. Let's take a look. So you can see a couple of things here going on. This ship taking heavy damage. It is trying to get to the B point, but I don't think they'll have time. Should be like 2 or 3 more ticks, and then we've got this in the bag. See our Hesh rounds flying across the battle space here, trying to get into contact. Deciding just screw you, little sprinter. Just get out of my point. Assuming that it is on me, I'm just going to move off the point so then we can cap here. Stay contesting. GG, much silliness. I got torpedoed, but I gave torpedoes. This is why I like playing the blue lobbies, because you do a lot of weird, silly, scrappy fights like this, and we just had to adapt to anything happening. You see our mighty Ocello here, still in the fight somehow. This thing took an absolute pounding from torpedoes, but thanks to damage thresholds and stuff, we're still in the fight. Battle over. Close game, about 900 to 1,000 points. Good game, well played, everyone. That was a fun brawl. Let's go ahead and take a look. You see Demi here coming in with their fleet of cargo feeders. The uranium doing a lot of damage. I would be surprised if a lot of that damage was against itself. The grazing shot here, its grazers, it says terrible, but that's because of the weird missile targeting logic. But this thing did actually have a lot of point defense annoyances, because on the ANS side, rather, they just couldn't shoot missiles at that like entire blob of torps, torp bulkers and stuff. Over here, the Mighty Goon dealing 18,500. Good damage. I love HE shells. Just so much damage potential there. A bunch of the Auroras doing their job here. Yeah, destroying 39 of 77 missiles. A lot of good stuff seeing that. Tame Vine and the 3 Omen, they're doing a bunch with their Hesh rounds. Also, their bombshells not connecting here, unfortunately. Oh, well, we got 1 hit, so a little bit there. Big damage coming in from the torpedo volley. You can see the damage potential versus the damage actual, so a little bit of difference there, but I'm quite happy with the Ocello and Sons. Over here, we see the torp bulkers doing their work. A lot of damage off of them as well, so got that nasty, like, 11 and 12k, just delivering big old semi-active homing volleys. Let's see. CLs on the side of Bartman here. Yep, putting in some respectable numbers. That's about 30. I'll call that 30k or so. Where were those torp sprinters? Yeah, so a couple of these things coming in nastily, just delivering those torpedo volleys right to our side. The Zed Ethereum and Zed Bitcoin coming in as well. Just crypto mining, whatnot. Then there's the Beam Missile Axford as well. So this was a fun little scrap. Not the hugest damage numbers. Of course, everyone's seen like the big damage numbers posted to Discord. Like, oh, I did 60k on a container liner or something. But for what the scrappiness of this fight was, I am very pleased with how everyone performed. It was great. Max ammo elevators, 3 gun CLs. Yeah, so that was a lot of 250 they were spewing out there. Let's see, how much did they bring on it? A bunch of AP, bunch of HE. They should bring some HE RPF for that, but yeah. Hobbit having the curse liners. Yep, hard agree on that. The miner liner that blew itself up was very funny. Literally, you can see this thing just completely cored itself out except for the thrusters. Just all the components gone from those missiles that they dropped, which, well, in the case of missiles would be the mines. All right. We're going to take a quick break here as I have to get myself a drink, but we'll be right back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere, chat. We'll have more Nebulous nonsense shortly. I'm going to run an ad while we're doing that. All right. 3-minute break. Let's go. Alrighty, chat. Welcome back to Nebulous Nonsense. I was just poking around the fleet editor. We are currently... Oop, hang on a second. There we are. Tab back into the game. So, we are back into the area official number 5 here on Pirelli, I think it's called. So, currently loaded up Avora, subject to change, though, depending on how people show up. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some people joining in just now. Yep, see, Internet Explorer coming in here. So, we're going to try playing the ANS side this time. I'm thinking... going to load up the... Oop, I've already loaded the fleet, actually. I want to edit it. So I'm thinking I'm going to run this little fleet I put together here. So just let it work for a second. So the idea is pretty simple. We've got ourselves an electronic warfare kind of scouting ship here. So we got 2 blanket jammers on top, able to provide good old electronic warfare, something the ANS is known for and the OSP tries to imitate, but struggles to. Down below on it, we've got a floodlight and a bullseye. This is done so that I can get a combo package of both jamming the enemy and also counter jamming with the floodlight and bullseye. Got a spyglass radar and a scryer missile system ID. This is important because on our ships here, the CLs, we have a VLS-1, a bunch of active decoys in here that can be keyed to counter various missile threats. Also a bit of chaff because I was trying to fit more AMMs, although I just kind of ran out of points. I guess if I'm bringing active decoys, I don't really need chaff since, you know, they kind of do the same thing. So we can save a couple points there and just kind of rearrange our stuff. For our spyglass here, we have it armed on a technicality with a VLS launcher and a little bit of chaff in it. So I could swap a few of these things around. I give it a reactor booster that I guess it doesn't technically need. Let's just take a look. What systems are the lowest priority? VLS-1, yeah. This thing should still operate without the VLS powered, I think. I could be wrong on that. Actually, let's just take the VLS off and just go with the classic naked 215-point spyglass. So this is the cheapest way to get a spyglass on the ANS side. I think, unless the Reigns is somehow cheaper. That would be odd. Is it? Hang on, let's find out. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. A spyglass Reigns is actually cheaper than the spyglass Corvette. I did not know that. Or if I did know that, I didn't remember. Either way, we're just going to ignore that for now. So, spyglass Reigns, or spyglass Sprinter here, just nice little capping ship, able to kind of scoot around the map, do some scouting, otherwise just be a nuisance. So, I do like having these. Alternatively, I could invest my points in like a couple guns, drop it down to like a regular radar, get rid of the plane control centers, which is also kind of tempting. Let's take a look and see how that might end up being. So let's go with like, got a basic CIC. Let's go with like a reinforced magazine down here so we can tank with stuff. We'll put a berthing in the front for a couple extra crew members. And then like a small damage control locker just to provide some protection. I could change around the layout, but I'm pretty happy with how this is. Frontline radar, so it's just the bare minimum, 180 points on this. That gives us some points to put into things like, let's say, go with a pair of guns. And then we can go with like some defender turrets on it as well. There we go. So that's getting a little expensive. We'll have to, of course, also add ammo, which costs us some points. So we could make something like this work. In fact, just as a little offside cap ship, since I already have spyglass radar on this, let's just try doing that. Let's call this the, I'll call it, I don't know, we're just gonna not give it a call sign for right now. I could just make this thing work. Oop, we got a full lobby by the looks of it, so we'll just have to wrap this up very quickly. Give it a couple rounds here, nothing too fancy. Give it some AP rounds as well. I don't know how long it's going to actually fire for, so we'll just give it enough to be sort of effective. There we go. That should be enough to keep this thing kind of going. 250 points. I can just shed the chaff off of these things here. There we go. Puts us down a couple points, but we'll just round it out with some more AMM goodness. There we are. Not a full volley, but I mean, hey, this is just us trying some things. One or more weapons not assigned to groups. Let's just make a group called the... Oop, didn't let me click the thing. We call it the 120s. There we go. Go back to you. Assigned to the 120s. There we are. Nice little offside ship here. These are fun to just bring in your fleet. They're good for capping and just otherwise being a nuisance. So we're just going to head back to the lobby and show what we got. See, we got a couple of the Pinard sprinters going around with the Snipes fleet here. Bunch of VLS-2s. Nasty size 2 hybrids, if I had to guess. Flabmaster bringing in... Ooh, that's a missile voxel. You don't see these too much anymore. This is actually a very old fleet. You would see this way back, like, pre-missile update when you wanted, like, a bunch of close quarters combat, and the Aurora was the point defense system. I don't see this much anymore. I'm looking forward to seeing what this is. It might be a torpedo ship, which would be very fun. Oh, thinking of 5v5? Pick a map, yeah. And let's see, ooh, Flab, now going for the, ooh, that's a whole lot of systems on this battleship. I don't think that running solo battleship is a good idea, personally. I think that, like, a 3K battleship is just giving up too much of the map control that you would normally get with a mixed fleet. Like, if you're running a battleship, I say you should always bring like 1 or 2 escorts, unless it's a very specific like beam battleship build, in which case then yeah, you can kind of get away with it, but still, it's always nice to have extra ships. See them listing the maps here. I don't know if it's listed up anywhere for me. I could probably grab it myself, but we'll most likely find ourselves on Nix's or Sailor or something like that. And lastly, let's see. Ooh, torpedo launchers on this thing. Beams, torpedoes and beams. Very nice combo. So that's a nasty close quarters fleet. Most of the time when you see like 3 beam ships and a little sprinter corvette, that's referred to as Task Force Ash, which is one of these starter fleets. So Nix is fine. We just got ourselves a full up lobby, so we'll see this in a second. Yeah. I think it's boat map. There we go. Yep. So we're going to vote for Nix and hopefully change over. Yeah. Nix's Eye, a bit of a longer range map, so we might have to change things around a little bit. I'm pretty happy with the fleet that we've got ourselves selected in. We've got ourselves our little EWAR package, and then we've got our 2 combat ships along with our little sort of scout and like offside just poker. So. Well, we're just kind of loading up the various fleets here. So, yeah. Ooh, double battleship. That could be a bit spicy. Those actually are the same. The VLS backpack by the looks of it. Yep. VLS 1s, VLS 2s. Ooh. So, I'm not completely against double battleship. The battleship is really good for parking on a point and just declaring, I will not be removed from here. The thing is that the battleship is kind of rough for trying to push a point in that sense, as the battleship is very big of a target and kind of hard to hide. So, you'll struggle if you're caught in the sort of open space between points. I say they're a very good defensive tool, but again, I have my biases, and I'm personally not a big fan of the battleship. I prefer the mixed fleets of Axfords and escorts and whatnot. But, I mean, if you know how to play a 3,000-point battleship, play a 3,000-point battleship. So. I think my best move will probably be to pair up with one of the battleships and then go from there. He was talking about plasma and container liner changes and stuff. So, new patch, new toys, new fun. I had an idea for a direct fire torpedo container liner, essentially, which basically you just take the same loadout you would do for a torpedo launcher and put it on containers instead with a whole bunch of strike planning centers. And it has some merit because you can fire containers very, very fast right now. Of course, a direct fire container liner is kind of a meme, but hey, we'll try it anyways. If you see my mouth moving, it's because I'm eating chocolate chips. Alright, so Nix's Eye, the giant donut. Got the 8-point here high in the middle. Always a point of contention as you get the OSP liking to deploy high with their mass drivers and 450s and just shell anything there. Same goes for the ANS. You'll get your rail arrays up top and then a bunch of battleships and Axfords and stuff trying to fight for it. So that's a big nasty point to be on. Underside, you've got the D point here, people deploying over here. I don't remember which one of them had the battleships, but I think we might go on the B point side. We can push up with our CLs and generally be independent. That said, it can also be beneficial to decide which lane you're going to seed, because if you think of Nix like a 3-lane map, then you've got your B lane, you've got your A lane, you've got your D lane, C and E just kind of falling into them naturally. So, chat going off there as they're just talking about something. I think that we're going to actually seed the B point and decide to rally up with our allies here. We're going to be positioning ourselves a little bit high on the flank, as it were. We'll just send the spoon to go and zoom off and cap the D point. Get the scoop deployed like so. There we are. Seed B, push A, and D. So, because Nix is such a wide map, it can be important to decide which lanes you're going to push. If you try and push around the outside, it's giving the enemy an option to push just towards the C point. But you could also catch them in the middle there and give yourself a good crossfire. I think that the best way to play it is to decide whether you want to push the D or the B lane and just kind of control one side of the map. That way you hold yourself with 3 points of contention. You can fight against the E and B side as they kind of rotate over. That said, the enemy team will probably do the same. So sometimes you get a bit of a NASCAR where you push up this side and they push up that side and you just kind of chase each other's tail around. Other times you both full commit to one side and then you meet head on, and that's a good old-fashioned brawling, ramming, smashing. It's a good time. Let's just leave it at that. I'm running out of words. They're saying hard kill doesn't stop containers yet anymore. I will disagree. You can hard kill containers. It's just rather annoying because people have figured out how to do double strike pathing, which means basically you time it so that 2 container strikes hit at the same time, dumping like 20 or 24 containers on you at once, which is a lot for your guns to shoot at. Anyways, moving our EWAR along here, along with our other ships. Just send the old spoon up here. Ooh, double battleship on that side, so yeah. Double BB. We're going to see some good old pink goodness here. What is that? It's like a sock puppet or something? That's kind of funny. Anyways, big old gun BB. Respect it. Got a little VLS-1 on the backside just for the anti-missile missiles and probably some chaff and decoys. This one's got the full-size, like size 3 missile launcher, so a bunch of good stuff there. All right. We're going to set our formation to loose and just kind of orient ourselves accordingly. Yeah. Adjusting the formation as we are. There we go. Set ourselves to face towards the D point. We've got our EWAR ship going along with our little Ben and Jerry combo here. Nice little ice cream fleet. In fact, the map kind of looks like ice cream if you take a look on top. We've got ourselves the lovely Nix's Sundae glazed on top with whipped cream.
How can we help today, Commander?
Anyways, the spoon going full speed towards the D point. It's got 2 damage control teams, so I'm going to set the flank ahead. They'll probably be able to fix the main thrusters when it gets inevitable damage ticks. The Sprinter has a built-in reduction to the damage chance for inflicting flank. So instead of the normal like 5%, I think it's like a 4% or something close to it. So yeah, every time like the game ticks or so, it's like, hey, did your flank thrusters did your thrusters suffer flank damage? So for those of you who don't know, flank, this increases your maximum speed by like 50%. It also increases your thrusters, like your main big ones, but it doesn't do anything for the maneuvering thrusters. So it's good for when you want to get somewhere really fast, but otherwise it has limited applicability, not afflictions. What is that words? Gotta dip our nose in the ice cream here. Norp. Luckily, these don't have collision, so we're good.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
As I was moving around here. It's important that we get our EWAR ship up first because it has a spyglass with 11.5 kilometer range, as you see here. And that is able to provide us intelligence on whatever might be over here. OSP does have the superior radar range with their early warning radars, but we should be able to at least get a sense of what ships are close to us. Order this thing to go up top like so. That way I can easily hug the rock if it needs to.
Copy that. Moving.
We're talking about hard kill, soft kill, scryer, and just kind of the rock, paper, scissors and complicated game that is missile warfare. So, see the enemy is already capping the E point as we are just drifting through the snowbank here. E point being their natural, it's not a surprise. We're getting our ships here. It's like, what are these? Okay. Double torp launcher. I saw they had some torps. I didn't know they had double torp launchers. So that's a nasty close quarters fleet. That said, them being middle in the sort of big map that is Nix's is a little bit hard for them to get a good engagement angle.
Send your traffic.
Either way, the mighty spoon getting into position. Let's see if we eat any missile volleys. We are not on track, which is good. Means they don't have early warning radars pointed over here, or we're a small target. And just turn off some of our comms here to further reduce our signature by 10%. We are a very tiny target. We're going to turn the radar off too, just in case. Yo.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
This turns our ship almost invisible. We've got less than 2,000 meter square cross-section in that, so very small target, hard for them to track us. We'll turn the radars back on in a second just to give an intel pulse, see if there's anything nearby. Nope, there is not. All right. Stop. No, don't leave it. No.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Quick, turn around. So this could be awkward, as I might overshoot here a little. Yep, you see us briefly stop capping, but that'll be fine. We'll just get back to the point like so as we dive. As the downside of ships with high velocity like this, sometimes you can overshoot your target, but we'll just get back into the point like this, and it'll all be good. Yeah.
Moving out.
There we are. So, a little bit of an oops there on our part, but nothing we can't recover from. We're seeing that there is something apparently over this way, so most likely hugging this rock, if I had to guess. The ELINT tracks here, we can see there is a fix on the A point. ELINT is a nice tool. We can see on the bottom of... Not on the bottom. Where is your ELINT from? Well, it's from you at the very least. There we go. Yeah, ELINT module allowing you to detect enemy radar emissions. You can see a bunch of missiles going off here. As this thing is unfortunately popping a whole bunch of chaff and securing the point. It's got 2 little guns here that are able to kind of shoot down missiles, but not very well. So,
Go ahead.
all right, we have the D point, so I think it's time for us to keep ourselves moving. Since this is just a little gunship, could have it scout out the outside here in case there's any surprises, which I like the idea of. At the same time, just having it go directly for the E point isn't a bad one either, and we have our fleet already on the outside, so let's do that.
Moving to that position.
Course laid in.
We're going to align ourselves headed upwards towards here, trying to get around here and provide some damage. Our battleship's moving up now, probably going to be contesting towards the A point and E points, depending where they end up going. We haven't really scouted the enemy fleet out yet, so we'll have to just wait for more intelligence and go from there. Yeah.
Moving to that position.
You can see here the Mighty Spoon. We're going to turn on its radars for a brief second just to get a sense of what's up. Something has detected us, so we're just going to turn it off again. This is what I mean by having a very small radar signature. Oop, now they see us. Okay, let's turn on our systems, see if we can't spot what they are. Could be an early warning radar or something bigger. OSP does have a slight radar range advantage over us. Our frontline radar here, where is it? Frontline radar only goes out to 8 kilometers versus the Ithaca Bridgemaster for the OSP, which is their default, goes out to like, I think it's 8.5. So we can see the enemy ship located here. Just going to order ourselves to fire upon it. Kind of engage with what we got. We have RPF rounds, so we'll be able to do a little bit of chip damage. I'm assuming this is just a sprinter, or a shuttle rather. I keep getting sprinter and shuttle confused, which is my bad. Order the fleet to continue its movement here. Yep, we can see some bigger OSP ships coming along, so I'm just going to give these a marker. Oop, that thing's fine where it is. Order an attack on these here. If we get jammed, then we get jammed. Okay, see them firing on us, so we're going to quickly turn around and find ourselves some cover, because I don't know exactly what those are, and I'd rather not get popped. There's the mass drivers firing in, like we discussed before, but fortunately, we are very small targets, so them hitting us will be highly unlikely. We're going to set ourselves to evasive just in case. Ooh, there's a lot of plasma coming in here. So that is a plasma liner. Excellent. I'm going to mark that as prio, so we call that 8468 plasma bulk. So luckily, they don't have a very good lock onto us, so we're just going to get the heck out of here, because we're almost in range for most likely a bunch of T-30s and C-30... I think it's C-30s? I can't remember what the 250 gun is called, but yeah, we're in range for a bunch of their nastiness, so we're just going to get out of here.
We're moving.
Trying to go up like so.
On the way, Commander.
Want to rotate around again and see what there's. See, burn through. Yep, that shuttle, we popped a whole bunch of rounds into it. Because we have the range for...
Negative.
Too far. Actually a little too far, so... They're not quite in range of us, but we'll be moving our fleet around here to engage upon them, setting our headings ahead of time.
We're reading you.
Alright, let's keep the spoon moving itself, so we're just kind of zoom out of here. So that shuttle, we push it off the side. There's a couple other threats kind of lingering around below.
5 by 5.
Unfortunately, initiative does fall into our feet, so we're going to have to fall into our laps. So we're going to have to try and do something here to get ourselves a point lead back.
Commander.
The battleships are able to move up and contest against that stuff that we had marked there, so let's see if they are willing to. You can see one of them already guarding the D point, and then 2 of them looking like they're trying to rally up with each other. Yep, this one trying to move back a little bit, keeping them together for safety. Double battleship is very hard to kill because a battleship takes a lot of firepower to bring down, and when you have 2 of them next to each other, well, an Axford pair is formidable, a battleship pair is incredibly so. My brain smooths itself out a little bit. Let's see if we can't position ourselves in a place that gives us a good flank. I want to attack those bulk freighters from the flank, because if we make them have to turn and face us, then our battleships will have a very easy time pecking away at them. See this mighty spoon here. They have lost track of it, so we're going to use it for further scouting. Our CL's in position now. We're going to move them a little further along, diving our altitude slightly as well.
Repositioning.
Same goes for our electronic warfare ships. We're staying just low and in cover, and then we're going to pop over the top here and surprise them, and it's going to be a good time for all. Well, for all of us anyways. Order direct path. The snow is actually throwing me off a little bit because it doesn't have a hitbox, it's just visual, so
5 by 5.
kind of confuses me. Alright. So as we see here, little shuttle going after the cap point here, scouting out our destroyer fleet. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing eats a torpedo in a second or two. Or maybe a beam. Oh, yep, here's some size 2 missiles coming in after it. Yeah, this thing has a chaff box, I think, but it's already looking like it's taking some damage. Yeah, a couple shells coming in too, so this thing will probably not cap, but if it does... Oh, yep, here comes the missiles, so... Yeah, little size ones, just a little boop on the snoot for this thing. It's trying, it's failing, it's getting blasted. Oop, bad time to be had for shuttle. Here comes the missiles. Oop, getting seduced by the chaff cloud, very good. This thing is technically not dead, which is really surprising. One wayward shot will probably knock it out of the fight, though.
Sector traffic.
Either way, we're doing our job.
Sector
Just
traffic.
try and keep ourselves in the know around the space here. Those bulk freighters were down there somewhere. We have to keep an eye out for them. I'm actually going to order this ship to be brave and try and cross
Aye, aye,
over here.
Commander.
Yeah, there we
We're
go.
moving.
So that's one of the bulk freighters we're seeing coming along now.
Go ahead, Command.
Going to order that thing an attack marker on it so we know roughly where it is. I like using the map ping tool so I have a reference, even if I do lose track of the enemy
At
warships.
the ready, Commander.
And because we are very small and just on the cusp of their radar range, they can't detect us. So we'll try and be a sneaky scout.
Copy that. Moving.
You see more of them over there. Oh,
Ready.
unfortunately, they have spotted us with something, so we need to dive here because we don't want to let them know that we're around.
Course laid in.
I'm going to actually have you
today,
burn
Commander.
through real quick.
Inbound.
Ooh, what is that? Okay, that's interesting. Are those mines? I think those might be mines or containers. Ooh, that's a big ol' missile volley. Okay.
At the ready. Commander.
Those are size 2s from something. Let's signal an attack marker here. Perfect. All right.
On the way, Commander.
Order you to be weapons tight. Cool. That is a good target for us
Aye, aye.
eventually, though not right this second.
Aye, aye, full burn.
They've seen us, unfortunately, which
Copy
means
that.
we need to
Moving.
get out of the line of sight. Those are missile
Scopes
monitors.
out.
Okay. So we don't actually have anything that can hurt those, unfortunately. That said, if we just turn off our stuff here... nope,
Moving
still on
out.
track, unfortunately.
We're being jammed.
But we can mess with them a little bit, so we'll just get ourselves the heck
Move
out of
by
here.
your play.
A straight line. See if they fire on us. Oh, big old missile volley coming in as well.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
We are going to attempt jamming here. See if this works at all.
Jammer's hot.
I don't think that those are activated yet. What are those? Those are... trying to read one of them.
Spiker in play.
Let me see it. Hang on. Act ARAD, I think? Yeah, so
Awaiting orders, Commander.
let's see what we get. Yeah. Oh,
We're under
crap.
attack. We're not getting anything from the reactor.
Nuts. So unfortunately, our size 1 missiles here,
We're
yeah.
a bit busy, Commander.
I should have set those to be area only.
Commander, the ship's done for.
Yeah. Point will only target missiles. Yep. So that was my fault for my point defense missiles. I should have keyed those properly. Fire mode, doctrine. Yeah. So, whoops. Minor oopsie on my part there. I am still new to using AMMs. There's a certain anime girl who's going to start yelling at me a lot about improper AMM usage. But either way, ate a big volley here with the spoon. It got its scouting value done. It'll go off shortly, so we'll just worry about that when we do. Make them still think that we're just like a random fleet off to the side here. Bulk freighters moving in.
Aye, aye.
Yeah. We should be able to shoot down some of that stuff anyways. Or at least soft kill it.
Full burn.
Moving.
Missile reserves are low.
There we go again, firing more of our
Missile,
parry
missile.
volley. This is point defense, turrets, point defense, missiles. Oh, well, we just ran out of missiles either way then, so.
Heads up, they're jamming us.
We'll be fighting discriminate nearest threats. Okay. I need to set up the proper thing where it's just going to say, hey, only shoot missiles at stuff targeting me instead of the huge area that was. Or maybe I'll need to reduce their range a bit. Oh well.
Orders.
Either way, we are making our way around here.
Ready.
The CLs, unfortunately, being tracked, we're going to have to die below the rock. Hoping the battleships will push up and engage, and then I can pull off my sick, nasty flank that I've been setting up for. We are currently behind on the points, but should be able to make something happen this game. Battleships, formidable foes. They're just waiting to see what the enemy does and then jump on them when they get a track. See a little clipper ship here, I think. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I think that's real. A little tug, maybe? Interesting. Probably just trying to jump on the missile ships that we have here, so I won't be surprised if this thing gets booped in a second or so.
Standing
See
by.
tactical reference point being used there so that the missiles fly up and then curve around the rock. Yeah.
Sector traffic. Ready.
Unfortunately, they do have us on track still, which means
Aye,
there's
aye,
probably
forward.
early warning radar around there, but still, we haven't been shot at completely, so we're all right. Plenty of parries left in our missile defense system. Here we go. Lock it on. Yep. Popping all the chaff it can. Yeah, just a little gun and a jammer on this thing, so... Ooh, near miss there as they come around. Will they get another pass on it? No, unfortunately. Looks like their Seeker not able to find it again, so...
Receiving.
I guess I could go over and balk that, but... I think it's been encouraged to not get close, so...
Orders.
Just drop you in altitude as well.
Moving to that position.
Orders. Aye, aye.
Cargo feeder threat located.
Aye, aye.
And
Full
order
burn.
this thing to lock on here,
Establishing lock.
and then we'll go from there. Yeah, this has the early warning radar, so we're going to lock onto that with our AP
That is
rounds.
way out of our range.
Are locking it on here,
Understood.
and we're just going to commit to the
Force line
fight,
in.
I guess. Yeah.
Heading there now, Commander.
To initiate jamming
Jammer's hot.
initially. There we go. Jammer's going in hot. So these should seduce a bunch of these ARADs. Yep. And I'll just have to wait for the ceasefire order to be given. See them all kind of going off, getting lost. Ah! No!
Jammer's hot.
No!
Incoming
Ow,
enemy
crap.
fire.
Okay, so unfortunately there, I did
Alright,
not
changing position.
correctly jam that one, so we're going to have to quickly fix some things here.
Standing by.
Position myself closer for better PD.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
They got one missile hit through. We're not going to let them get another. Fire for effect.
Receiving.
Spiker, spiker, spiker.
All right, buddy. You want to hit me again? Try me. Get jammed.
We can't do that, Commander.
Yeah, you can fire one jammer, though.
Missiles
Standing
left.
by.
Bunch of our AMMs
On it.
going out here to intercept the incoming size 2 volley. So a whole bunch of those getting soft killed as well. We should have active decoys out in a second here. Let's turn off our radars here so we don't accidentally get
Missile
them
warning.
seduced onto us.
On it.
Ah!
We're
Orders.
reading you.
Yoo. Should have active decoys popped any second now, I think. I think we have active decoys anyways. They're not firing. Yeah, we're okay. We are using active decoys. That's cool. So, turn our radars back on again.
Missile warning.
There we go. We're just being a big old nuisance
Moving
here,
now, Command.
as I like to be. Yeah. See them trying to get away from us as we're just peppering them full of holes. Interesting missile volley. Okay, this thing has, I think, 5 missile tubes on it. Very cool.
Send it.
All right. We are being pinged by a burn through, but they are unfortunately not able to get us since our blanket jammers are still firing good and strong.
Ready.
Incoming spiker.
So this will be an interesting volley to take out.
Aye, Commander.
All right.
Aye, aye.
Wanting y'all to pop your active decoys, preferably. Now would be a great time since I think I've got the, I think we have the scryer track. Yep. These should be able to launch any second. There we are. Active decoys out. Turn off the radars and stuff. I can turn off radar as well. That'll just lock fire control.
Incoming missile.
There we go. Soft kill active.
We're under fire. Receiving.
So. Come on, kill. Yep. Super soft kill time. Yeah. Just peppering the shoe good of this thing. Tugboat taking heavy damage here. Now, it's funny they call it tugboat when it's a cargo feeder, but I'm not going to complain too much. Either way, this thing, not long for this world.
Standing by. Yeah, we've got internal damage here.
Unfortunately, we have been flanked here, so we're going to have to just quickly rotate our jammers and fire on these things as much as we can. Go, 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 go.
Knock him out.
So, we overstayed our welcome, it would seem. Time to move. Bam, 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 bam. So, luckily, these are just the T-30s, not the plasmas yet, so we'll just have to deal with that when they come.
Moving to position.
Fire every jammer on you. Battle short, please. Panic. Fire everything. Turn off the radars. Yeah, cycle everything. Wag! Soft kill.
What's the plan?
Woo! Okay, that was a close volley. All right, go jamming and stuff. Yeah, awesome. Jam that thing, please. Thank you.
Component offline.
All
Send
right.
it. Quickly.
These things doing damage to us. Bulk freighters are unfortunately giving us a good business here, so we'll have to just dip our altitude as soon as we can. The plasma has not hit us yet, so fortunately our armor is not getting stripped. We are dealing return fire.
What's the plan?
Come on, dive, 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 dive. Into the snowbank, into the snowbank. Go, 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 go.
Locked.
Moving to that position, Commander.
See a lot of missiles coming in now. Again, ARAT act. Okay, that thing is dead, so we're gonna signal kill. Oh, act. No. Electronical warfare. Electronical warfare. Radars off. Deploy everything. Ah!
This fight.
Ah, crap. There goes our EWAR ship. So, unfortunately, a bit of a struggle going on here, as too many things happening at once for my small brain to handle. Trying to maneuver here. Okay, get the cannons fixed and stuff. DC Central needs some love too. Unfortunately, we did lose the EWAR ship, but
Standing by.
it's just our luck that our ships are still able to fire and fight and whatnot. So,
Send your traffic.
go on you. Radars on, please. Thank you. Fire all the HE you can.
Received.
See them just shredding us up here. Ow, ow, ow,
Get
ow, ow.
us moving.
I do not want to be shredded cheese.
Ready.
Fire through the snowbank. If they can do it, you can do it. It's a couple of rounds impacting them here. Not the
What's the
greatest rate
goal?
of fire. I might have to redo this fleet, as I'm not too impressed by the active decoys so far. Then again, I might need to also adjust
us
the
moving.
AMM
Unit
volleys.
destroyed.
So,
Warming up.
there we go.
Attempting lock on.
Gaining fire control solution.
Lock onto this one
New
here.
target.
Tell them to
Clear to
fire
fire.
AP and then switch to HE,
Tear
because
it
that's
up.
what we actually want to shoot. I'm not sure why it was
We're
not
moving.
firing that to begin with.
Send it.
Either way, fire, 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 fire.
Aye, aye. Confirmed.
I'm gonna just try and get behind them here,
Ordnance
as
locked in.
they're able to bring their guns to bear on us, but we're also getting a very good broadside into them. Or, well, we're shooting their broadside very well, is what I meant to say. Yeah, if we can get hits on their reactor, we should be able to knock out a bunch of their systems. Luckily, our armor is pretty thick in the front, and they have not
Aye,
yet
aye.
managed to
Aye, aye.
pen us
Starting our
overly
burn.
well.
Opponent destroyed.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, turn off that stuff, turn on
Internal
those.
damage.
Active
Aye, aye.
decoys seducing. Let's go, go, go.
Channels open.
Ag! Dodging all the missile strikes here, so we have to cycle the radars
Aye,
on and
aye.
off, on and off, on and off. This one in front, fire on it.
Acknowledged.
Going for the
Module lost.
very
Ready.
surprising brawl here.
Module
Ugh.
lost. Getting into formation.
Mhm.
Send it.
See this thing trying to get over top of us, firing on the one in front of us for the moment. Quickly
Acknowledged.
maneuver around the
Aye, aye.
outside.
Starting our burn.
Whee! So, we are taking hits and stuff. DC lockers getting knocked out, but we
Send
can
it.
always fix those later. The systems that are essential are not
Standing
getting
by.
killed. Delivering a good volley here or two. See, this one is now heavily listing as half of its guns are unable to fire.
Send it.
System lost.
Moving.
Important thing is for us to stay moving and not get shot.
Send it.
And not get shot too bad.
Aye,
Front
aye.
towards enemy and all that.
Confirmed.
We have to move ourselves around here.
Moving.
Dip into the snowbank a little bit. This thing is doing nasty fire to us,
Go
but
ahead.
I want to try and keep this thing disabled as it's coming around the rock now with its
System
guns
lost.
bearing.
Aye,
So-
aye.
Hear us losing some systems, but nothing we can't fix, I don't think. Hear another missile volley coming in. Okay, that's not on us. We're good. Adjust
Module
heading,
lost.
settings, and go. Shouldn't be anything too far behind us. Let's just get some altitude here and
Moving to
rotate.
position. Confirmed.
Fire
Aye, aye.
everything. Ag! This is a intense brawling firefight. If they still had their plasma liner, I'd be a lot more worried, because if my armor got stripped off, then I wouldn't be able to tank as many hits
Aye,
as
aye.
I have been. Just try and order them to fix the guns here, preferably along DC Central. That's very important.
Send it.
Order the lock on
the target.
here and here. There we go.
Send it.
Boop and boop.
Executing.
I'm gonna go around the rock
Aye, aye,
here, trying to
starting
get
our burn.
in a good position. See the cargo feeders up top here. They've just been heavily smacked by friendly fire, or my friendly's fire rather. Gonna go on whatever we can. This thing is attempting to flee. We will not pursue.
aye.
The changing lock over to here. Frame rate massively dipping. I think somebody's firing a
Clear
lot
to
of missiles.
fire.
Got him locked up.
All right, locks achieved.
Standing
There we
by.
go. Yay.
Confirmed.
Woo. All right, let's go. Re-engage. Get on them. We can take them.
Confirmed.
Their ships here trying their best to rotate around. 250 rounds carving into them. Their T-30s
Send it.
not doing as much damage as they would like. We are
Ready.
definitely able to win this fight. It's just a matter of can we do it in a timely manner, as we do have to actually get around the
Aye, aye.
map and not, get capped out. So, bulk freighter and bulk
Lost.
freighter. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to disengage from this fight after all. Ooh, that's a huge missile volley. Okay, that's where all the friendly missiles are coming from. Size 2s versus size 1, anti-missile missile versus proper size 2 missile. We're just firing whatever we got at this point. Get on them with everything. Not sure why I can't actually see him right now.
Fire control ready.
Weird.
Aye, aye.
Maybe just, yeah, dead radar panels. That would be it. Can't see through the snowbank. Ag!
Send it.
This is actually rather annoying with the snowbank there, because I can't see what I'm doing.
Moving.
You, just group yourself below you, like so. About 400
Falling
meters. Give or take. Alright, and fire on target. Why do I keep losing you? Like, I should be in visual range. This is really annoying, actually. Okay, just fire on the thing you can see.
Component
Yeah.
affirmative. Moving to position.
Like that, okay, that actually should be like a bug, because I clearly have visual on this,
Ready.
but like the snowbank or something is interfering. That's rather annoying. I've seen the game do this a few times, and I don't fully understand what makes something visual or not. Like sometimes you'll see a ship through a rock, other times you won't be able to at all.
Got him locked up.
Oh, out. You see me getting broadsided here, unfortunately. Need you to very much not be there. Thank you. You just go up here. We're just gonna manually order different alignments here.
Commander.
Yep, just align on this thing and burn towards it. Screw it. Get him.
Get us out of here.
Yeah, here's the friendly missile fire. Thank you, size 2 degenerates. Oh yeah, bam, 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 bam. All right, pummel this thing. Let's go. The tables have turned. Raider drive, get that thing operational and fix the mag too while you're at it.
Go ahead.
So, we're gonna fire on the one that we can actually see, since for unknown reasons, the one behind the rock is, just, you know, like completely invisible, even though we can literally see it. So, let's not question that too much. Neb logic is a little bit of a fickle mistress.
Send it quickly.
Thing just firing everything it's got.
Quickly,
Come on, go, go, go. Fire! Bam, 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 bam. Hopefully one of these shots will hit the essential systems and properly knock this thing out of the fight. Generally, you need 450 to knock a bulk freighter out, but as we see here, we've taken the power offline, so this thing is dead in the water for the moment. We're just going to keep shooting it until we hear the alarms. Ooh, actually, it is proper dead.
Ready.
Excellent. Mark as killed, because I just saw the magic smoke come out.
Make it happen.
Feisty Snow. I'm hoping that that was the ships we were fighting. I don't actually know who I was brawling against there, but...
Send it.
Again, like, they can see me, but I can't see them. It's really strange. So,
Acknowledged.
is it radar panels knocked out? Well,
Make it
we have
quick.
disabled radar panels there, but
Send
still,
it.
it's like we had a ship right next to them that they couldn't see, so I don't know why it gave us visuals or not. Bulk freighters can hide in, like, some really
Component
bizarre
disabled.
spots because of where, like, the center of the ship is considered versus the, like, actual
Send
size
it
of it,
quickly.
so, yeah.
Aye, aye.
Just to have you move around and brawl, and have you do the same. Thruster power critical, so we're not going to get anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately.
Get it done.
Yeah. I think we
What's
might
the
lose
plan?
this on caps, as we are unfortunately getting far
Vector
behind here.
locked.
This is what I was talking about with the battleships. We lost a lot of agency on the map because we brought some very big fighty ships versus a large ship, or a large fleet of capping
Component
ships.
destroyed. Get me a lock.
Fire! Fire! Shoot him! Keeping the magazine repaired.
A little
Excellent.
busy here.
If you wouldn't mind,
To that position.
thank you.
On it.
So we're still in the fight, as it were, the 100 millimeters. They're being annoying, but not crippling towards us. I don't think they break the damage threshold of my guns, as I've not seen them get knocked out yet, but they are knocking out my radar panels rather annoyingly, so... Still gonna, I guess, try to burn towards E point. That does bother me a lot, that for some reason I just didn't get visual on the ship.
Send it quickly. Get
Or
it
the
done.
arrangement here.
Acknowledged.
You're gonna go down as well. Keep changing my heading and maneuvering so that I am staying mobile and agile and making it pain for them to hit me. Why is OBS hanging? Excuse me. That's weird.
Component
Quickly
destroyed.
tab out there. I think we're still good. Are we still good, chat? Uh-oh.
What's the plan?
All right, I think we're still good. Just Twitch and OBS were freaking out there for a second. Either way, fire for effect on target. Bam, 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 bam.
Send it quickly.
Heavily crippled here, and we're about to lose on the caps. Yeah,
Make it
they're getting a
happen.
full cap against us. Dang.
Internal damage. Component disabled.
Yeah, just order them to go there for argument's sake. Actually, because we're just going to lose on cap, and I've committed to that. Let's just go for the kill.
Now, Commander.
Aye,
Ow,
aye.
ow, ow. Like, did they just get out of visual range or something? I don't know. It's strange.
Component
Fuck
destroyed.
it. Head full. All of our systems taking heavy damage here, but we are able to kind of hold on, luckily. We can still chain restore into our large locker if we need to.
Send it quickly.
Try and align here. Hopefully we'll get our one working radar panel and we can shoot back. Still have
Component destroyed.
4 guns active, so...
Component destroyed.
They keep saying component destroyed, but they're not actually dead. They're just heavily damaged, so... Order the guns to be fixed. There we are. Target. Oop. Locked for a second. Did we lose our last radar panel? No. Question mark. Fix that. Reinforce mag. Get it online. Angle down, I guess? This is really rather annoying. Hi, shoot you, please. Fire, fire, fire.
Ready.
There. Full flank speed. Oop. Hello, that's a rock.
Aye, Commander.
Get around the rock here.
What's the plan?
And
A
so,
little busy here.
again, about to lose on caps, but still we got ourselves a decent brawl. There it goes again. I hate trying to make these radar panel things align, so I'm going to have to try and rotate the entire ship here. Ow, 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 ow. Again, 100 millimeters not able to kill us, but they are really annoying, so. Come on. Get around.
Force lead in.
Yeah.
Component
Got to do some
offline.
heading roll shenanigans here to try and shoot him with our last couple rounds that we have.
Send it quickly.
There we are. You can sort of see this one. I think our antenna just went down. Yep. Okay, so battle over. Bit of a scuffed, awkward fight. I could have played that a little more technical and better, but still, we'll give him a GG. It's a fun brawl at the very least. The plasma liner, I don't know where it went earlier. You can see our battleships doing a bit of numbers here. 14,000 and about 6,000. So not ideal for battleships. Generally, you want to see them doing a lot more for their 3,000. It's also kind of hard because Nix's Eye is a very big map, and the OSP just went a lot wider and played the cap game better than we did. I did respectable damage with these. I could do better, but I'm still happy with the experiment that we conducted here. See the beam destroyers here. One of them, 11,000 on that beamstone, so good stuff. This one probably got taken out by like a missile strike or something along those lines. This one, it's able to do a little bit here, so yeah. Difficult game, to say the least. Oh, our missile salvo ships. Yeah, a whole bunch of size 2 missiles. Are these just all size 2s? Oh, wow. That's just all size 2s. You don't see this very often on ANS side, so that's kind of cool. Okay. All right. Grummy. Let's see. What is the Grummy? I don't see what that... I don't know what they're talking about with that, but in Explorer here, they had, yeah, just big old cap fleet in that, and a kind of command ship with a bunch of 250s, so, yeah. The Doom. I'm not sure who I was fighting there. I think it was Bartman. Let's see, T-30s. Yeah, this was a plasma one that tried to cook my little cap corvette, but didn't manage to do so. Thorn true in that, so a whole bunch of plasma. Yeah, you see, this was the fleet I was... Was it? Or was it these ones? It might have been the... No, I think it was these ones, actually. Gentry? Huh. I don't know which fleet of T-30 ships I was rolling. I think it must have been this pair, right? Because... I want to say it was this pair, because they did like a whole bunch of AP damage, and there was a lot of AP rounds fired at me. Yeah, that feels right, but we also gave it just as well as we took, so... Snow show on the TAC maps to cover it. Yeah, they're talking about how the snow shows up. It's really annoying to get in the way. Like, I like that they did a Christmas thing and it's a cool event, but the fact that it covers up a bunch of stuff and really gets in the way is kind of, like, annoying for gameplay, so... Yeah, I think they brought more stuff was the big issue. Like, if we take a look here, yeah, Internet Explorer knows how to play the cap game, so you've got a bunch of tugs and shuttles and other stuff just going around the map, capturing our stuff whenever we left it, so... Fortunately, not the best showing from us, but I think we're good for another. That said, as everyone kind of readies up and we go back to the lobby, I'm going to run a quick ad here and take a little break so we don't get those in the middle of the game. I'll be back in 3 minutes, chat. Don't go anywhere. Okay, chat, we are back. Thank you for being patient. I was just adjusting my triple CL fleet here, so thinking of just changing the stack order and module locations a little bit from what we learned getting shot at last time. Decided to go with the 3 CLs instead of the 2. This is a bit simpler of a fleet. You just get 3 of them and have them fire all the 250 possible, so it's a nice sort of simple, straightforward style compared to the more technical the combination of electronic warfare, jamming, and soft kill that we were trying to get done. And I feel pretty good about it. We do get a warning saying not enough crew to operate, but we are only missing 1 person, which just means a damage control team is going to be down like 1 crew member, so not a big deal. Just going to save this fleet here. It's important to note the stack order, as the restores from our damage control lockers are consumed from the top of the list. So by putting our large DC locker, the most vulnerable one, at the top of the list, you can ensure that it's consumed first, and then the reinforced ones, which are much harder to knock out. Secondary steering in the front of the ship, which adds a lot of blade of health, 30 hit points, 20 damage threshold, reinforced so it can't be taken out with 1 shot. Yeah, it's a tough little fleet. I did kind of cheap out on the supporting elements here. I only went with frontline radars on the sort of escorting CLs, although that gets me 4 ammo elevators for a very high rate of fire. So yeah. Let's head back to the lobby then and see what's up. Oop, okay. All right, so we're getting ourselves a nice little lobby put together here. A couple names we saw before, like Gentry. So we'll see how it go. I'm going to play the 3 CLs here. See, active decoys are expensive, and a little dummy missile there. Maybe I should like drop some active decoys, because if I drop 1 active decoy, I can pick up some chaff, which is quite valuable. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. A little bit of a chaff box never hurt anyone, or at least it was very beneficial to me. Might even double that just to spew a whole bunch of chaff. Alternatively, I could also decide to go with some anti-missile missiles on here if I want to just go with that as my missile soft kill, or hard kill rather. Active decoys are good at seducing ARAD missile types, so I think we'll try that for now. I have been coming around on AMMs, but I'm still not quite good at them. As we saw last game, they just kind of all fired off at missiles that weren't even targeting my ships, and then I ran out, so I'll have to play with the range on those a little bit. You want them far enough that they'll kill the missiles before they get too close, but also not too far, because otherwise they'll go after a whole bunch of missiles that weren't going to hit you anyways. So the payload looks pretty good here. I could probably trim the ammo on this ship a little bit, since it does only have a few guns. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just trim these down by like 100 rounds or so, getting me some more points to bring for chaff and things. There we go. Nice. Save the fleet, and it's back to it. So Tumbleweed, kind of a big close quarters mess of a map. I'd say it's a little bit ANS favored because it is a very good map to run beams on, and the OSP, which likes to rely on its kind of long-range search radars and stuff, doesn't have very good firing lines. There's a few of them, but still, it's a close quarters, kind of awkward map with a lot of strange angles you can push and get jumped on for brawling. The new Plasma T-30 cargo feeders are very happy to play on this map, so yeah, whole fleet of corvettes from my allies. Sunsea coming in with the Task Force Ascent with its torpedo launchers and beams. We've got Toby with a pair of, just kind of the Task Force Ascent style. So, just 2 heavy gun Axfords, able to deal a whole bunch of damage. We're going to see how the game goes. Tumbleweed is a map that I don't personally like that much, since it's just a little hard to see what's happening, and I also think that the asteroids are really ugly, but, well, we're going to give it our best shot anyways. Alright. A little bit of lag there as I just check and make sure that everything is in fact working the way it's supposed to. Alright, so as you can see here, Tumbleweed kind of lives up to the name because it looks like a big old tumbleweed in space. We're going to... Ooh, it's also been snowed on. Wonderful, that's why it looks so strange with the kind of like little... You can see like the little lines there, I think. Yeah. I think we'll play for the low point and go for A here. We'll probably not be able to cap it since I'm expecting a shuttle to zoom there. But we'll have a firing line to be able to pepper anything on the underside here. We could even play nasty like this and flip the map over to really mess with our heads. Right now, we're just a trio of CLs ready to take on any comers, and we're going to try it. Yeah. You see the classic 3CL deployment formation here in a line ready to roll. The mighty Astolfo leading the charge. Long snoot of the CL. Very good for a tanking fire, as that is incredibly sloped armor. I think that's like 80-degree plus slope. So, all right, let's go towards the A point. So we're going to align our heading, set our formation to loose, so that way we are just able to kind of move around, not slowed down by our allies, and then just head towards our objective. Yeah. Take a look. So yeah, like I was saying, Task Force Oak, just kind of the term to refer to a pair of Axfords with the full 450 package. I like to run mine without the back gun because I like to have other components on this, but the gun fucking man bullet here, ready to deliver their goodness. Big old swarm of Corvettes here. You can see a whole bunch of torpedo launchers on these, along with, what's on the nose actually? Yeah, just a little double-barreled, I think it's a Mark 62 cannon, so 120 providing some supporting fire with these ships, as well as their big old torpedo package, which they're going to heavily ruin somebody's day with.
Traffic.
Finally, our other support fleet was the Task Force Ascent we'd seen in the lobby. You can see a bunch of VLS-2s and guns on these things. So, combination of probably some cheap size 2 missiles and direct firepower just to boop things with RPF rounds and HE. Lastly, they've got their little EWAR package here. Very cute ship. Just got the bullseye, the hang-up, and then the double, what do you call it? Double blankets. So, this thing must not have a radar then, because that's a lot of power draw. So, I like to personally run my EWAR packages on frigates, since I can fit double reactor on them and have a lot of juice to work with. As it were, though, we're just kind of navigating around here.
Aye, proceeding.
Navigate. I'm going to order my ships to change their formation slightly, setting the Crim to kind of form this L shape.
Send traffic.
We might be able to get the A point, we might not. We are going to have to see. It's very hard to see in tactical view here, so we'll just move up with what we got into the little groove here between asteroids, and then see what decides to shoot us. Just gonna try being a little more direct like that. There. Yeah.
Take us in.
There we are. Aligning ourselves roughly towards this point over here. Sort of that empty expanse by the C point, which I'm expecting the enemy to deploy here, and then like set themselves up here to push towards the A point.
Standing by.
We are strongest when we're playing our sort of 8-kilometer range, but we're going to see just how close quarters this map ends up getting, because Tumbleweed can get very tight very fast. Meantime, you can see C point going to their hands, B point going to ours. Those are kind of the 2 natural points, and then Tumbleweed has 3 contested middles, the E, the D, and the A points, respectively. So, A point is this kind of fun underside brawl where a lot of people eventually kind of end up. Most of the initial fight seems to start on the E and D side, just because top of the map, it's easy for when you deploy in like this to look down on it, and you just kind of set your fleet up.
Send traffic.
A bit of a bias there, but I mean, hey, if you just flip the map over, then you can look and say, oh, the A point is now the top of the map, and I can maneuver around here. Mwahaha.
Send traffic.
This is probably wildly disorienting for anyone to look at that's not me, and I say that because even myself, I'm getting a little confused. But, all right. 25,000 meters. Yeah, it's just somewhere over there. We'll point and click. Just gonna wait and see what the enemy does for right now.
What can we do for you, Commander?
It's too quiet. In this case, I could push up, but I don't feel like that is the right play. I think that just skirting around the edge here is what we're gonna do. So if we get onto the A point, then they will know we are there. You can see first contacts coming up here, so burn through tracks being these guys. Yeah. Some radar locks getting acquired. Let's see, what is the things locking it, actually? There they are. So Axford pair from down below, locking on, aligning their guns, ready to take on whatever this fleet is. Whatever it is, it's awfully small. Ooh, there you go, good hits on it. So could be anything at that range. Just judging by the size of that, I would almost say it's an Ocello, but no way to be sure. I'll just mark that as a priority for them. There we go. Oop. We are being locked on by something. Okay, so they probably got search radar from over there. That's fine. We will just continue hiding ourselves here. There's our first customer, so lock on and fire RPF. Oop, I said fire RPF, not AP.
Solution locked in.
That's not it either. Fire.
Solution locked in.
There we go. Delivering a volley and a half there as we miss our first shots, but the RPF should hit this shuttle in a second. Bam, 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 bam. This thing will not be long for the world. They do know what we are, but they were going to find that out eventually, so. better to just deliver a killing blow here. Let's switch to HE, give it a couple hits as we've knocked out the engines, no doubt. And this thing should go off in a second. Come on, get killed.
Send traffic.
Yeah, that was the ship they had us on radar. We're just going to fire a couple more HE RPF rounds to make sure that we've got it proper. A rail cello somewhere. Oh, that's rather interesting. I wonder if that's up top. Might be... that looks like a bulk freighter there, so we'll mark that priority as well. I try and mark priority the big ships that I know are in the game.
Course laid in.
Okay, we're going to order ceasing of fire since this thing's probably dead. Don't hear the alarms, unfortunately, but... Either way, A point is going to be ours since they only committed one cap ship to it. So we're just going to change our orientation towards E point, assuming that the enemy is going to be moving towards us. Adjust my formation once again.
Understood.
There we are.
Falling in.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
Grab this, order ceasefire, just in case they decide to be stupid and hit this thing. Yep, we can see this thing has launched its escape pod, so we're just going to mark it as killed. Probably was a little overkill there, but I mean, hey, no kill like overkill, right, chat? See, there's ways for us to get kind of up above, but there's a lot of stuff flying in there now. These are most likely, yeah, this is a line of shuttles, if I had to guess, trying to get into close quarters and rocket. So they're doing a full reckless charge here with like 6 shuttles. It might be tugs as well. Yeah. That is going to be messy one way or the other. These are just escape pods flying out. You can tell because we're not on track at all. So mark these as killed. And mark that as killed. Life pods gone. All right. You can see them charging up there. We are going to quickly align ourselves and try and burn towards target once we have capped. So, need to do that like yesterday, actually. Quick.
Aye, aye.
Flip ourselves around, make sure nothing is trying to get on our backside. E point is a little scary. Luckily, these Axfords are tough, so even if they do get hit by rockets like they're trying to do, yeah, you can see the Axfords point defense grid being very good there. Bulk freighters coming around the rock, plasma T-30 package. So these rocket shuttles should not be able to do too much. Yep, there's the jamming off that reactor cook-off that we expected. So, any second now, we'll have the A point. I'm going to order my fleet to get up top here. Zoom.
Helm, take us in.
Yeah, burn flank speed. You are weapons free on everything. Yo, 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 yo.
We have secured Zone Atlas.
The good news is that the rocket shuttles are not much of a threat to the Axford.
Helm, take us in.
So we have a little time to catch up. And we can probably get a flank attack. Ooh, yeah, we can get a flank attack on those bulk freighters if we're careful. So. Meantime, though, we're going to use our superior mobility to try and see what angle to push. I would love to get a direct shot on them, but unfortunately they're a little too close. You can see the Axfords here taking a bunch of plasma damage here. But fortunately, they are knocking out a bunch of these ships. Yeah, this one is hard dead, confirmed. Boom. The escape pods launch out of it just there. Any second now, the supporting elements should follow. These aren't much of a threat since they used all of their rocket payload and did not get kills anymore. So, empty ship is just a husk that we're going to clean up. Focus the bulks. 9236 is what we're going to do the call with, because I can always clean up this other stuff, and so can our little support elements here. So, it's going to be fun. Yeah. Oop. There's order ceasefire there because they are being silly and trying to shoot through a rock. Will not help us, unfortunately. We're going to align our heading upwards and then just drive straight for the D point, I think. Get him. Have to adjust the formation a little, but still. All right. Where's the Astolfo? So the Krim is going to adjust its heading and position here. The Felix is going to do the same, making us into a big old line as we burn our thrusters forwards. Flying bomb, indeed. All right. Let's see what we got. Shuttle there, that's fine. Okay. We're not being tracked right now, and we are able to get on the point, I think. Yep, looks like a pretty clear line. This is, again, tumbleweed, a little bit hard to see on, but hey, making do with what we got. All right, are we over the rock yet? Yes, we are. Okay, you are cleared to fire rounds on you, so pop that sucker. HE RPF pumping out now. Bam, 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 bam. This thing should go down any second now. Yeah, you see all the 250 fire coming in. Is it dead? Audio's not working for it. All right. Screw it. We're close enough. Just fire some HE shells into it.
We've got him now.
One volley should do.
Send traffic.
We see a bunch of missiles coming out here as well. There we are. Yep. That thing is definitely
Send
dead.
traffic.
Not coming back in this game. Nuh-uh. Alright, so
Standing by.
now that the shuttle swarm has been handled, let's have to go on whatever's left. I don't know what that is, but it's firing missiles, and I don't like that.
Send traffic.
You are approved for fire
Solution
on that
locked
target.
in.
Cancel your flank order and
Understood.
adjust your heading to match. Trying to see this damn thing. Yeah. Alright, there you are.
Understood.
Oh, whatever you are, you're about to bite it. Oh, not killed. Priority. There you are.
Reporting.
And here it's firing guns as well as it can. Here,
On it.
there you are. Oh, one player is disconnected. That might have been their shuttle player, I think. Yep, there's the Ocello we had heard about earlier with railguns and stuff. Absolutely clobbering this thing's underside as we try and maneuver ourselves to the point.
On
3-gun CL is very fun to play when you get a whole bunch of DACA. Oop, uh-oh. Okay, so there's a couple enemies here we don't want to get shot by, so we're going to quickly dive. Because, yeah, see, they have friends, unfortunately. We're very tough from the front, but from the sides, it can be a little bit debatable. Okay, those are what type of seekers? Active pass wake. Okay, that's fine. Turn off your radar and pop chaff. Should be good. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, that's a nasty mass driver array. Okay. Right.
Spiker detected.
Pop everything, turn off your radars. Go, 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 go. Cancel the bullseye lock. Ag!
Reporting.
So many missiles. Pop. More chaff, more chaff. We need more chaff. Ag! Seduce everything.
Send traffic.
They just full sent their whole entire volley. All right, I think we are still good. Yes. Radars back on. Initiate fire.
Solution locked
Yeah.
in.
Lock it on.
Locked on.
Getting mass drivered as well, which hurts a lot. Ow, 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 ow. We just quickly maneuver ourselves backwards. Ugh. So, this thing getting absolutely peppered, though, by our various shells. So, see, the rest of our fleet looking pretty good. Our command ship, the mighty Astolfo, taking the brunt of this assault. Ah ha 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 how! Owie!
Queuing us up here. Punch it.
So, unfortunately, probably going to lose that. I'm going to order the Felix to take over here. So, we're going to do this and order the Crim to assign onto it. So, you two are going to stay focusing towards that. The ship here, not much of a threat. Just going to keep firing its guns. The Astolfo is going to try and make its way out of here, since it is just getting completely clobbered.
Queuing us up here.
Setting my thruster ratios right. There we go. We're going to go here,
Commander.
and we're going to try and survive.
Affirmative.
As you see, we're just getting shredded right
They
now.
are queuing us up here.
Keeping this thing
Standing by.
away, hopefully.
Receiving.
Yep. We unfortunately overextended onto the D point and got punished for it, but we're going to see what we can do regardless. Allies moving up now to support us, so we got side shot, which is bad, but we side shot them, so hey, trading fight.
Got a lock on us.
See, this thing is trying to move itself backwards, but it's going way off into the distance, so
When you are,
shouldn't be
Commander.
too big of a threat. Gonna move ourselves downwards now as they've
We're
changed target
underway,
onto us.
Commander.
There we
Understood.
go. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Crap, 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 crap. Ah,
Understood.
full burn, full burn.
Disabled.
There we go. Yeah, I can see the huge volley coming in, but we took most of that on the nose. Get that defender fixed just in case, because I do not want to get missiles struck by something big.
We're underway, Commander.
All right. Let's see. What do they got? I don't know what that is, but I don't like it either. All right. As for you, unfortunately, you are out of restores, which is bad, as we're just going to take a lot of fire here. Yeah,
Component destroyed.
that's 250 there.
Component destroyed.
Steam Library remembered I had this game. Came to find somebody playing safe with a voice description. Not disappointed. Hey, yeah, thanks for the follow, Arcadius TV. Yeah, Nebulous is a lot of fun. It's got a bit of a learning. It's got a bit of a learning curve. Like you have to figure out all the different toys and stuff. But the starter fleets are pretty good, so you can get yourself started. The Discord is also very welcoming and friendly. So, yeah, it's a great game. I would highly recommend it. That said, if you value your time, it is one of those games that's like, oh, well, I could do this fleet and I could do this fleet, and then you look and it's like 5 a.m. You're like, oh boy, I need to go to work. Yeah. We're trying to lock on here. Unfortunately, we don't have target lock ability right now. Yeah, our ship here heavily damaged. We're gonna lock onto the one that we can actually see pretty good. Try and maneuver ourselves around Tumbleweed. Yeah. Firing what 250 rounds we got. These bulk freighters are nasty. We don't have the intel telling us they're bulk freighters, but we can just kind of surmise that. This one is stopped for some reason. Interesting. So we're just gonna have to adjust ourselves here. Full throttle. Go, 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 go. Trying to dodge from the incoming shots since there is a lot of them. Our allies are now getting the fight. We've successfully distracted them. Successfully distracted the enemy, that is.
Understood. We're on
Keep
route.
going with that. All right, Krim, you gotta dive. You're just gonna go below the Felix a little bit and just hold up here.
Forming up, Commander.
Go in E. So we've got them on the run by the looks of it. Yeah, I see some fire coming in now towards us, but we're managing it. So gotta tank whatever hits we can and give it back as good as they get.
Copy. Opening fire.
So you can see our allies have successfully pushed up as we've drawn all this fire. We've got our torpedo ships coming around here. They're going after their rail and mass driver array. We've got, I think our Axfords survived. Yeah. The Axfords survived the charge, and they're getting their big guns onto target now, so the bulk freighters are pulling back. We've got these beam ships coming around now. Once these get in 6 kilometers, it's going to be a big old microwave cannon fight. So you can see one of the reactors cooking off in the backside there. Just go through here, I guess. Yeah, like that.
Aye, aye, Commander. Moving out.
Okay, the Astolfo is still technically in the fight, although there's not much ship left here. The front essentially has fallen off of this thing, so we're just going to quietly pretend that that's not a problem. And yeah, we'll just cancel its heading since it doesn't really matter anymore. It's just a capping ship, so yeah. Move you through the snowbank and onto the E point. Let's go. Yeah. All right, you are approved for motion, loose formation. Good, good. Just go, please, and thank you.
We're on our way.
Not sure why you're taking so long to move. Oop, ow, 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 ow.
Incoming.
Ow, 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 ow.
Initiating attack.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay, yep.
We're on our
Adjust
way.
heading and course and stuff. Thruster power very low as the
What
front
can we
thrusters
do
get
for you,
pooped.
Commander?
Okay.
Receiving.
So if you wouldn't mind,
Moving
please.
out, Commander.
Your thrust is nominal, so you're still good. Okay.
Negative. That's out of
Tell you what,
range,
I
Commander.
have the micro. I can
Underway,
manage 2
Commander.
ships at once. You are going to go out to the point here.
Warning.
like so.
Enemy lock detected.
Can
Moving
barely
out.
see anything.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
You, fire.
Target
You,
acquired.
fire, and you can't actually shoot, so we'll just keep this. You're going to go like so, holding that heading.
Get it done, Commander.
You're going to go like so, holding that heading, trying to
Affirmative.
boop this thing on the nose. Hello. Ooh, you're a... Okay, that is not what I thought you were, so...
Copy.
I thought this was a
Opening
bulk freighter. Fire AP rounds,
Understood.
punch through its armor.
Engaging the enemy.
You know, just try and get ourselves upwards a little bit using our
Moving
forwards
out,
thrusters,
Commander.
which are still intact.
We're ready when you are, Commander. Receiving.
Yep. Taking a little bit of jamming there, which is rather annoying. We lost the antenna, which we are going to need, so keep that thing
We're
active.
ready when you are,
Missiles and
Commander.
torpedoes slamming to the side of this thing as we draw its attention, and our ally devastating torpedo volleys into the side. Wham, 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 right into their magazine, if I had to guess, because I think their guns will go silent in a second here. Yep,
Component
they're not firing
destroyed.
back. They got magged. Let's go.
Standing by.
All right, fire for effect. Send everything.
Target acquired.
Bam, 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 bam.
Target acquired.
We're getting a nasty side shot angle, so we're going to switch to the HE rounds again.
Initiate Attack.
Pew, pew. All right.
What can we do for you,
See, so we
Commander?
got a
Fire
Black Cat
incoming.
shuttle there.
Moving out, Commander.
I'm on it.
Commander,
So
a
you are
module
going
was
to
destroyed.
rotate onto this
Copy.
guy and quickly
Engaging
get
now.
him.
Course plotted.
As for the Felix, you're going to get onto the point and just keep shooting.
We're on our way.
This thing, probably not much of a threat anymore since it got torped so hard. We're just going to pepper it until it dies, firing. Yep. Just keep the AP
Understood.
rounds firing. It's not the
Engaging
greatest
enemy.
angle
Tell us
there.
what to do, Commander.
As for you, you need to be angling over
Commander.
here. Oop! Ah!
Commander,
Crap.
a module was
We've been
destroyed.
engaged.
Aye, Commander.
I didn't see this thing.
Understood.
As for
Fire
you,
now.
you need to fire on that thing like
Module
right now.
understood.
So
Finished. Engaging the enemy.
quick, rotate your headings because that thing is actually a threat.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah, it's a spin bulker, so this is a nasty
Yes,
250
Commander.
surprise that we were not expecting. Go this way
Moving
quickly.
out,
Fire.
Commander.
Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, so we're just getting completely shredded from the side here. We need to get our drives and stuff fixed again. Could chain restore,
What
but
can we do for
unfortunately,
you,
I don't
Commander?
know if I have time to. So
Understood.
have to just maneuver and do what we can,
Understood.
as that
We're
spin
en
bulker is
route.
going to do another revolution and then kill us. Said,
Aye, aye,
we are
Commander.
holding.
Moving now.
pained, but
Component
holding.
destroyed, Commander.
They can't kill our big drive, which is good, so we'll be able to fix that shortly. We do need a microreactor. We also need to get our restores set up again, so
Awaiting orders, Commander.
let's just fire with whatever we got on this thing.
We'll get it
Come
done,
on, get 'em.
Commander.
See, the
We're
Ocello
underway,
here,
Commander.
they're probably fixing stuff,
What
but
can we
they're
do
not
for
our
you,
threat right
Commander?
now, as opposed to this thing, which definitely is. It's targeting our weaker bulker,
We hear you,
or not our
Commander.
weaker bulker, our weaker light corvette.
Understood.
What am I
We're on
saying?
our
It's
way.
targeting our light cruiser, and we are not having a good time with it.
We'll get
Oh,
it
now it's
done.
switching targets. Okay, come on, align your heading, please.
We're
Go, go,
taking
go, go.
fire, Commander. We're
Flank
en
speed,
route.
move, rotate. Yo!
Understood.
Catboy in distress. Open fire.
We hear you, Commander.
All right, it stopped shooting at us so we can get our large restorers back online, getting us a double. Then we can fix a gun and a microreactor. Oh, never mind. It's deciding to shoot both of them, so that's just great. Ow. All right, so we lost power there for a second. Yeah, microreactor's going down. We'll have to double restore onto those. We still have a gun, so we're in the fight. But all right, as for you, why are you not able to see it? Ah, bad radar panel, that's why. All right, adjust your heading to account for that, and then shoot it. Everything you got. Maybe I can get up into close quarters and mess with its targeting. Sounds smart. Oh, we disappeared. Fire, fire, fire! Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Change your heading slightly. Try and adjust, making it so some of those shots might miss. So yeah, a bunch of them punching through the front of the ship. Rather unfortunate, but we are holding on here. Holding on for a hero, as it were. Oh, another one of them is tapping out, so it's down to 2 players now. Excellent. We are winning at great cost. As for the Astolfo, you're just going to, yeah, just keep going where you are. You, yeah, just hold heading and shoot this thing with every gun you got. Restore that turret. We'll need it. I wish there was a command to lock the heading on it, but fortunately not.
Get it done, Commander.
This thing has a whole bunch of turrets that's firing now on us. Come on.
Moving out, Commander. Component lost.
Go. So you can see their turrets firing on us heavily here as we just try and rotate and spin ourselves. Come on, hit them. Getting all the guns that we can into the ship here, as this thing has a lot of turrets and stuff and other nastiness. Yeah.
Commander, component destroyed.
Thought you had a good start. Yeah, we're still winning. It's my job in this case to just keep the enemy occupied while we win on caps and stuff. So I'm doing pretty okay with that.
We're on our way.
Burning the head full thrusters as I do like weird maneuvers here to order my ship to rotate and stuff. Ah, crap. So yeah, that's the problem with the 250. They really hurt when they hit you like that. Okay, I need the big DC locker. Okay, the big DC locker is still intact. Let's get the reactor working again, I hope. Actually, I don't think I need the reactor. We might. No, we probably will. Okay. Yeah, just fire whatever you got here. We only got 1 gun, so we're just going to try and use it. That said, we have bought ourselves a lot of time. Okay, there you are. That's the problem. I need this thing to not be there. Are any guns online? Yes, we can get the top and the bottom gun active.
Commander, we lost a module. Yes, Commander. They destroyed a module.
Spin bulkers like this are very good. The counter to these is a whole bunch of missiles that we just don't have in our arsenal. These things are meant to just destroy everything with guns. They've literally got no point defense. It's just all turrets across it. So very cool to see played. Could counter it, but I don't think we need to because currently we are winning. You see the enemy fleet getting heavily pushed off the map. Yeah, big damage going on this thing. I think it just popped its life pods and stuff. Yeah, big old beam salvo. Kill, what's that, 9574, and you can. Yeah, they stayed occupied on us. Like, they are getting kills, but they are not winning these kills. So, auxiliary steering, luckily keeping us in the fight. Reinforced CIC, barely in the game, but hey, we take it. Go here and try and align on wherever it was. Yeah, because if it decides to look at us, I want to be able to bow tank against it. Bow tanking very important because, you know, slanted armor gooder. Okay, the Astolfo is getting onto the point here to hold it. You're going to turn your heading over there. There we are. Keep you on the points. Try and prevent back cap.
Tell us what to do,
All right, you, crap. I need you to actually fix a reactor instead. Because otherwise we don't have stuff. Run off that. Okay, you can fire HERPF?
Understood. Engaging the enemy.
Should have the... No magazine. Crap. Okay. We're going to try something silly then. So, we have power from our drives, which should be enough to get our guns working. And as long as we can get our guns working and the magazine repaired, I think we'll be able to still stay in this. Yeah. Let's see. Do you have any guns working? No, you're all out of stuff. Okay, that's fine. You're just going to provide, I guess, radar support then. So, angle yourself like that. Keeping this side towards it. Yeah, you can see it trying to fire against the little swarm here that's going to peck away at it. I don't know if they have any torpedoes left, but...
Standing by, Commander.
Alrighty, Krim, get on the B point. Soon as you get that cannon ready, we'll be able to fire into this ship and hopefully get our points back. See us capping the C point.
Awaiting orders.
Have to get everything we can. I'm just going to go towards the control points here to hold them.
We're en route.
Any second now, this thing will finish its magazine repair, and then we will just
We're
barely,
ready, Commander.
siphoning power from the drives, be able to shoot at this little black cat here. So, prepare
Awaiting
for some cat-on-cat
orders.
violence. You're approved for HE shots as soon as you can.
Target acquired.
Come on, fix the mag, and we're back in action. All right, weapons active. Let's go. Fire, fire, fire. We have one turret. Yeah.
What can we do
That's a
for
visual
you,
track. You
Commander?
got this. Yeah.
Hostile
How are
fire
you missing?
inbound.
Actually, though, how are you missing? Turn the ship a little bit. You're good.
Affirmative.
Seriously? All right, we're going to have to surgically strike this then, because the ship is not moving, thankfully. We're just going to aim for the center of mass carefully like this and do it. There we go.
Understood. Engaging the enemy.
Sometimes you have to do silly things to make your guns aim on target because the visual tracks are not very reliable. There we go. Bam, right in the midsection. We should knock this thing out shortly.
Receiving.
As for you, you don't actually have any guns either, just point defense and stuff.
Understood.
I got
Moving now.
completely pounded this game, but I occupied the enemy long enough for me to be able to, well, secure some of a win. Try and get the D point just and hold it.
Repositioning.
Come on, you. Keep hitting it. We'll eventually knock out the CIC. It's just one gun firing very slowly.
Receiving.
See if we can't angle that a little bit more forwards. Yeah. There we go.
Understood. Engaging the enemy.
I'm literally just like trying to pace this thing with like a singular gun. So might be overpanning actually.
Awaiting
Let's
orders,
try
Commander.
ordering it to fire HERPF.
We are securing zone box.
Oop, there we go. We got him. Yeah. GG. Well played. I am very happy with this fleet. All right, let's see. So, Internet Explorer, that yeah, this mighty spin bulker, 24k damage. Okay. Let's tell him that. Yeah, a good spin bulker, good plays. See the defenses here. So you got the super spin bulker here doing all the damage with its like 250 guns. And then you have the Ocello meant to defend it with a bunch of Aurora point defense lasers. So, kind of a like you think of this as like the shield and the sword. So very good plays. That chewed me up completely, but I did manage to get some damage in the end of the game. You see the Astolfo got heavily smacked there, but the Krim and the Felix coming through clutch at the end. Rest of their fleets, yep. You can see our allies cleaned up, beam destroyers going to town on Tumbleweed, and yeah, the mighty Axfords just surviving the initial rush with the rocket shuttles. Just all their flak guns firing, taking out all the rockets before they impacted. Now we've got the 450 just coming into clutch play at the end. You see the AP shells doing little, but 450 HE does not play around. They had 700 rounds, and they expended over half of that, so yeah. It was a risky rocket rush, yeah. It was interesting to see the Torp fleet come around the corner and just like completely clobber one of the Ocellos, so I'm very happy with how things ended up going, even though I had to be the front line, which is not my preferred choice with the current fleet setup that we have. Much prefer the Axfords to be the front line, but I mean, hey, they got to do the damage in the end, so it was pretty good. All right. I think that's all the Neb that we're going to play on this channel. I'm pretty sure my friend Doc Vivi is streaming, so I'm going to pass y'all off to her and then join into her chat and stuff. So let's take a little look-see then. Yeah. All right. Yep, Vivi's cool. We're going to raid her. She's doing nebulous-y things. And yeah, I'll join into her channel and we'll have some fun together. So until then, I've been NekoboyBlue, Variety Catboy streamer. I play spaceship games and mech games and other stuff. You can follow my Twitch channel to know when I go live. You can follow me on Twitter. I post announcements there for stuff. And yeah, we'll probably be back on Friday playing some Mech Warrior Online if you're into that. Until then, I'm going to go bug Vivi and play Neb. Bye!